Hey y'all, what's up? Hey yo, what is up, everybody? What is going on? It's your girl Jay, and it is Tuesday night. We are live now. I am using a brand new a brand new program right now. So things are not. I didn't get my little intro video in. I don't even know where that is. Oh, there it is. Okay. But anyway, we here. I'm going to see how this works. So brand new program. It doesn't function. It functions like my old program, but there's a lot of new bells and whistles that I don't really know how to use. I'm trying to use the simplest form of this thing as I can. But I always want to upgrade the show, make it a little bit more, not fun, but I just like it to look a little better. I want to be able to do some different things and things like that. I want it to present a little bit better. That's what it is. So not so much for the live people. Well, I guess for the live people too, with anybody that watches my videos. But I'm here and I see some other people are here. So let me see how this works. Let me see if y'all chats show up or not. Let's see. Oh, okay. There's there's MJ Lover. Okay, what's going on? What up though? MJ said this is very slow. I don't like how this takes so long to pull up. Hey, what's going on in here? What's going on, MJ? Groovy is in the house. What up, Jay? Summer is here. Hey, Summer. Groovy says, did you see that video? Camila talking to refs. Yes, I actually posted a video of Camila talking to the refs on Twitter. So if y'all follow me, you would see that. But yeah, I saw that, pretty funny. Camila's tired. She was tired. She was getting hacked. And nobody was doing anything about it. I'm just going to, hold on. Can I do this? Everybody loves Juju. Juju, what's going on? I was about to say what's good. I'm not from the East Coast. What up, JSpot? We got Bree Wayne in the house. What's going on, Bree Wayne? That's why. I'm like, why is it? Hold on, y'all. Let me get this camera straight. I always feel like every time I look away, I'm looking straight. Okay. Moses is in the house. What's going on, Moses? And that's what we got. Let me take that one off. All right. So it's going to take me a minute to get used to how to use this and be functional with this new program, but y'all bear with me. Okay. Same conversation. It's just going to be a little bit different, but I hope everyone is doing well. But yes, Groovy brought up the fact that Camila was cussing out the refs today. And I don't know if you guys have been catching Camila and her live. She's had a couple that I've seen so far. Camila is she's talked about her fouling out. She says I think she's fouled out 4 or 5 times so far. She says they never give her fouls, but they always call fouls on her. She talked about how her coach made her, after they lost to, I can't pronounce the name of the team, but their most recent loss. They won two in a row so far, but the recent loss before those 2 games, she they lost pretty bad. Like, they got whooped. And this was the championship team from last year. So Camila's team is number 2. This team is number 1. And she said her coach, after the game, made them run up and down the court. It wasn't like suicides. It was, I think she says up and downs or something like that, or back and forth, whatever it was. You got to run the whole length of the floor, come back to the middle, and then go back to the end. That's 1. And then whole length of the floor, come back to the middle, go back. That's 2. She said they were supposed to do that 10 times. And then she said she told her coach she was not doing that. She did it. She said she did it 5 times. First, she was like, why do we have to do this after the game? Like, we are tired. She said she said her coach gave up. Like she was talking a lot on that live. And she said she did 5, and then she told her translator to tell the coach that she was done. She wasn't doing it anymore. And I'm like, Camila, you can't tell your coach you're not doing it anymore. But apparently, she didn't do any more, and the rest of the team only did one more. So they only did a total of 6. So I don't know, but yeah, Camila has been she's been balling over there. She doesn't have a lot of competition. It is not to take away from Camila. I'm seeing growth in what she's doing, even though the girls can't guard her over there. They're trying. Like this last game where she was yelling at the ref, this lady was literally bear hugging her. Like she had her around her waist like this, literally like this. And the ref said nothing. They just let it happen. Now, luckily, I don't know if the girl is weak or Camila's just that strong, but even with that lady holding her like that, she still scored the ball. She still got loose and scored the ball. But yeah, it was several times in that game. I skimmed through the game. I didn't watch the whole game, but I skimmed through the game, and I did see that she was getting hacked. So she was very upset about that. Who else is in here? Country is in here. What's going on? Did I already say hey to Moses? Hey, Moses. This thing is very slow, y'all. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to fix how slow it takes to come up. I wish it was a little bit faster. Bree Wayne, we talking about rims or dunks? We talking about both. Jaletta's here. What's going on, Jaletta? Jeremy is in the house. Says Jay. Juju says, oh no, Camila. Alyssa B, hello. Alyssa says, Jonquel says she had to run like that too. They made her run till she vomited. That's what Camila was saying. She was like, we were running. She was like, my teammate was throwing up, and she was like, nobody would help her, so I had to hold her. She was like, she was almost inside the trash can, like throwing up or vomiting or whatever. And Camila said she had to hold her. Nobody else would help her. She was like, she had us doing that so much, and everybody's getting sick, and people look like they're gonna pass out. I told her I wasn't doing it. I was like, oh no, okay, Camila. But when she still made it on that floor, she's still a starter. So I guess I don't know. I'm thinking she's saying that because she feels free to say that because her coach probably can't understand her, but that don't mean they can't get a translator to tell the coach that she's like saying those things. If I was Camila, I would watch out just a tad bit and like keep that to herself. If she's I wouldn't say having issues, but if she's upset with, let me mute this real quick. Okay, y'all don't need to hear all that hustling and tussling I'm doing with the mic. All right, so I'm going to try something here. We're going to see if this works, because I do have some slides, but it's not like normal. So I'm going to see if I can get it to work. Get on my little producer mode here, and we're going to talk about some of the stuff that happened this past week in women's basketball. All right, so first from the dub, we have, let's see if this will work. There we go. Breaking news. Jewell Loyd, we know Jewell Loyd asked for a trade from Seattle Storm. It's so funny because I believe we were talking about this last week here at the show. Someone was asking, do I think Jewell is going to leave Seattle Storm? And I was saying I didn't know. We weren't sure what was going on with the investigation. So I didn't know what was going to happen with that. And then as soon as the show ended, I think it was the next day or the day after that, they announced that the investigation had concluded, that there was no wrongful things happening with the coaching staff or whatever. And then immediately, as soon as that news dropped, Jewell asked for a trade. And then it came out, I don't know if it was official, but it did come out that, Jewell was the complainant in this investigation, and that, obviously she was not happy with the coaching staff, or I don't know if it was like the entire coaching staff. It was the head coach, Noel Quinn. Not really sure. I didn't get all the details. So much has happened this week. I can't keep up with everything, but, yeah, so she wants to get out of Seattle. So where does Jewell end up is the question. A lot of people are saying Chicago. I think people say Chicago for everything because they know that most of us fans know, we need pieces there. But we also have to keep in mind we need the right pieces. We need pieces that are going to be complementary to whatever Tyler is trying to do over there. So we gotta, although we might like these players, we might say, oh, she's amazing over there, but we don't know the formula for what they want to do there yet. All we know is they want to build a team around Camila and Angel. Excuse me, Jewell is an amazing player. Has amazing, she can score. She was the leading scorer in the WNBA who held the record previously before Asia broke it this past season. The season before that, Jewell broke the record for the most points in a single season. She was the leading scorer in the WNBA as well. And something happened last season where she wasn't as productive. Right, Summer. Suspect got a lot going on. They do have a lot going on right now. Hey, Jonathan, what's going on? But yeah, people say the Chicago. People are saying New York. People are saying the Aces in Vegas. Only time will tell. Like I said, it just depends. Right now, I don't see Jewell fitting into the Aces unless, like, if KP leaves, they can rotate some players in order to make Jewell fit. Chicago, I mean, yes, she could go to Chicago. Again, I don't know, what direction that they want to go in, but she is a vet. She is great. She can score, all those things. She did have a not so great season, but I don't think that should be, I don't know if that should be held against her for having one bad season. But we don't know. New York, I think with them losing Thornton to the Valkyries, even though Kayla wasn't a starter, they might be able to maneuver some things as well and maybe get Jewell over there. So I don't know. I'm not really sure how that would work out, but we'll see. February 1st, just some dates for y'all to know. January 21st starts free agency, and February 1st is when they can start signing contracts. That's when they can start. That doesn't mean everybody will. They have until training camp starts, to be honest, to find a team and be picked on a team and all that other stuff, to, negotiate and all those things to make a final roster. So, we're going to see a lot of willing and dealing. And even though she is not a free agent, that January 21st is where all the conversations start. So unless they can do some things right now, I don't think we're going to hear anything until free agency opens up, and then all the teams can start reaching out to people and stuff like that. So we might hear some news about Jewell sooner than later, or we might not hear about it until the official agency season starts. Tamika was talking to Groovy, saying Miller was not having it. Maureen, hello. Jewell is from Illinois. Niles West High School in Stokey, Illinois. I did hear she was from Illinois. She might want to go home, but again, I don't want it just because we know they're good to be put on Chicago's team. I want it to be able to work. Obviously, We had three great players in Jewell Loyd, Nneka Ogwumike, Skylar Diggins-Smith, and then later on, we got Gabby Williams. Seattle got Gabby Williams, all great players, but they did not. It didn't work out for them as well as they wanted to as a team. So just because you have great players on the team, you also have to have chemistry. You also have to have time in to work with each other and stuff like that. So that's not always the case, but I wanna see how this plays out. Summer says, okay with the new setup, friend. I'm trying to try some new stuff. I know I don't like this. So, but by the next show, I'm going to try to fix some of this stuff if I can. Summer says, we're not trading any picks for Jewell. Oh yeah, no. Those people who say, let's trade our third pick for Jewell. Why are we doing that? Like, no, we got a third pick for a reason. No, we're not trading third. I honestly don't think, and no shade to Jewell, I just don't think that it's worth it for Jewell. We are a growing team. We are a new team, and our prospects of getting a number 3, it could be Olivia Miles. It could be Pow Pow. It could be Sonia Citron. It could be Anissa Morrow. It could be a number of great college players. And yeah, our team is young, and we probably don't need a ton more, rookies. Obviously, we have 2 very young players in Angel and Camila who are going into their sophomore year, and we do need vets on the team. But the whole reason, every team gets an opportunity to draft new players. So I don't want that opportunity to be taken away. If there's other ways we can get Jewell, if they want Jewell that bad, I think they can go about it. But it just doesn't make sense to what Chicago needs, they can get with that third pick. What Jewell can offer us is shooting, but what they need more is a point guard, a really good point guard, and then we can get a vet point guard that can help that new point guard develop, but that doesn't supersede to me having Jewell on the team. That's just my thinking. Country says Jewell would be great for Chicago. She should start from day one. Yeah, I'm not saying for her to come off the bench. She could be great. Again, I'm not saying she's not great. I'm saying we got to see what direction they're going into, because we don't know. I don't see Tyler being mean or abusive or whatever she felt like she was getting from Seattle. I don't really see that coming from Tyler, but we don't know what frictions was there, and so we just gotta wait and see how things play out. Jonathan says, you heard about Caitlin Clark addressing the lies about her and Angel. Yeah, I saw that. What did I just do? I saw that. I didn't read the article, but I read little excerpts from it, and I'm happy she said it. If we're gonna be real honest, she has said this before. Like, I don't know why people don't get it. She didn't say it in this matter. This article was way more straightforward and more detailed, and you can tell it was thought out and, stuff like that. But she's been saying, her and Angel have been saying the same thing since they've been asked this question. She said it wasn't a big deal. She didn't see it. She wasn't offended by it. Her feelings weren't hurt by it. She's always said what a great competitor Angel is. She's always said that, they are competitors. They battle on the floor when they, and they don't even guard each other. They don't even play against each other, but just their teams in general are always so competitive, that she's been playing against Angel's team since they were in high school. And that's just what they do. Angel has said, we talk trash to each other all the time. This is what we have done since we were young kids. This is just what we do. Nobody cared until it was the national championship, because we've been doing this for a long time, but no one wanted to hear that. So maybe just maybe this Time magazine article will bring people to the light, and they will stop perpetuating this lie. I mean, I don't necessarily see it happening, because people love drama. What do they say? Why listen to the truth when the lie is more entertaining? Like, they're going to flock to that and keep holding on. I mean, people just ain't bright, no matter what it is. There are people right now who think that Angel is banned from the WNBA because she was using steroids. The most outlandish of rumors, people believe that. So we already know, and I think we know a large amount of people here in this nation aren't the brightest. And it will take them a long time to unwrap their minds around lies that they have held on to for so long. So I don't know, but at least it's a start. So I thank Caitlin for the article. I don't know the whole thing that she said, but the things that I read that she said in the article, she talked about Dejanay. She addressed the Angel thing. She talked about just Black women in general in the league, and her having a certain amount of privilege, which, let me tell y'all, I said almost those same exact words, and I got demolished. That is the reason why my face was floating around the internet saying that I was a Caitlyn hater. And all I was saying was that people flock to her because she does have a certain amount of privilege. And this is what she said in that article. She said she has earned every single thing that she's gotten. And I agree with her. There's nothing that's being just given to her. She's a great basketball player. She's put in her time. She's done the work. But she also has a certain amount of privilege because of her skin color. And people flock to that. The masses flock to that. The media flocks to that. And that's what she said. So are y'all gonna put her face and say she's a hater of herself? Because that's what I said. And I got attacked. So yeah, didn't read the article, but congratulations to her on having that Time magazine. RC is in the house. What is going on? RC, Marcus is here. We don't want her at the Sky. Okay, Marcus said they don't want Jewell. They don't want Jewell. Kennedy is better. I never had a thought in my mind that Kennedy is going to be replaced or Kennedy's not going to be there. So when I'm saying Jewell is on the team or off the team, I'm not even considering Kennedy, because in my mind, Kennedy is there. Kennedy's with us. I don't want Kennedy going anywhere. I want her to be a Chicago Sky. She is a part of the big three: Angel, Camila, Kennedy. She is part of the MAC crew: Michaela, Angel, Kennedy, and Camila. And we need her here. We want her here. Now, what Jeff does is something different. Jeff, don't do it. Summer says, give us Olivia, Sonia, Pow Pow, and Anissa. Right. That would be a dream, but that would be crazy. We need some vets. We need vets, but that'd be crazy. Somehow getting all them. Now, I don't think they would keep them all, but man, that'd be crazy. That would be crazy. RC says, Jewell Loyd is an all-star champ, great hooper, but where does she really fit at best at this point in her career? Maybe Phoenix would work best. Could be Phoenix. I think any team that gets Loyd, that gets Jewell is going to be like, they're going to get a great player. And I think also for Jewell, whatever situation she was having in Seattle, when she goes to a new team, I think is going to reinvigorate her, and we're going to really see her return to the Jewell that I always thought, that I've always heard her or knew her to be. I didn't know the Jewell that we saw this last season. That's not somebody that I kind of recognized. So I want her to get back to the way she was, and having fun and shooting the lights out, and being a great player. Moses says, God bless Anissa, but she's not a consistent offensive finisher. She can rebound, but she misses too many layups. I hope Chicago doesn't draft her. So Moses says no to Anissa. I say, just y'all wait. I'm always rooting for Nice. I think Nice is a great, great player. She's one of my favorite players. She's somebody I root for, just like Chloe Kitts from South Carolina. They don't get a lot of the shine. They don't get a lot of the accolades. Their names are out there, and Anissa's name is out there way more than Chloe Kitz's name is out there. But at the same time, I think people sleep on Nice. Yeah, there are some things that she needs to work on, and I'm still waiting for her like big breakout game. She's had some great games, but I'm like, I want her to like shut everybody up. I want her to have such a game where nobody can say nothing about her. And they're going to think twice and be like, you know what? She is pretty dope. I'm waiting on that game to happen. So I'm always rooting for Nice. I think we can use her on Chicago. Again, if we get 2 more rookies, I don't necessarily see, depending on who we get, I don't really see those 2 rookies that we get starting right away. Maybe at the point guard position, because we do need a point guard, and I don't know if I think Lindsay is still going to be there. I think she is somebody that was under a contract, but that doesn't mean that she can't get traded. So I'm not really sure if we have a veteran point guard, which we need one bad. If it's not going to be Lindsay Allen. If we get a veteran point guard, I don't see Olivia starting right away. But, I mean, who knows? I mean, a lot of people felt like this new class that just came in wasn't going to be able to translate to the W, and they weren't going to be able to come in and do stuff. And they proved a lot of people wrong. Obviously, Angel did. Obviously, Caitlin did. Cam didn't really get a chance, but Rakia showed up. Camila showed up. JC had her moments. We saw what Peely did, and she only had that one game. Aaliyah Edwards was carrying her team on her back when half her team was hurt. So yeah, we saw some brightness of those rookies, and not just, I mean, Phoebish, even though she's not technically, she is a rookie, but technically she's a pro overseas. She's been a pro, but for the WNBA, she's a rookie. But you know, the college kids that came over, I think they proved a lot of people wrong. So I'm not going to count out and say that I don't necessarily think they're going to start like immediately, but I just don't know. It just depends. Everybody doesn't move the same way. Everybody doesn't develop the same way. So we'll see. RC says, Sonia Citron is a fever, all hands off. Nope. She ain't going nowhere near the fever. Leave her alone. Alyssa says, oh, my eye's jumping. Oh, man. I don't know. Do y'all see that? My eyelid is jumping. Right. Ooh, she said it right before, but but this time it's in Time magazine. Yep. So, I mean, hopefully people listen now. Jeremy says Jewell Loyd should go to Golden State. New franchise, new coach, can start fresh. I agree with that. Jonathan says, Angel even said that there was no beef with her and Caitlin on her very first episode of her podcast. Yep. She continues to say, she's been saying it. Like both of them have been. Summer says, Sonia is not a fever, RC. That's what I just said. Marcus said, Angel really blew up in popularity from the CC drama. I'm not going to say blew up in popularity. Angel was popular before the CC drama, but her name has definitely been tossed around, and she is very much a part of why women's basketball was talked about so much, because that whole drama blew up that was fabricated. And the reason I don't want to say really blew up in popularity, because although that physical statement might be somewhat true, Angel really got the short end of the stick when it comes to that situation, because she got a lot of racist comments to her. She got a lot of hate. She got a lot of, the media was coming down on her, calling her out of her name, disrespecting her. Grown men calling her trash, classless, ghetto, just a bunch of stuff. And it's come with a lot. It's come with death threats. It's come with having like stuff sent to her family, having her mom be harassed. Like it came with a lot of stuff. So that statement is kind of, it's not as simple as it is. And I don't know what you're saying, Marcus, but just going off that, Angel Angel took a lot of unnecessary heat from that whole situation. Jeremy says Caitlin Clark fans are delusional like Drake fans. Summer says, oops, sorry, let me get over there. Summer says, I got to give credit to the writer for Times. He really wrote a great article hitting pretty much every major topic. RC says to Jeremy, hold on. Loyd would be great scorer for Golden State Valkyries, but will she still be in the running for championships? I also wonder if Golden State would sacrifice a draft trade assets for a big name. Jeremy says, when the content creators made that false accusation about Angel using steroids, Angel should have started that lawsuit right then and there. Facts, Jeremy, facts. RC says, but Summer, oh, here we go with the dad. Wait a minute. But Summer, April, WNBA draft 2025, she's going to be a fever. Oh, I thought you were trying to make a joke at first. We'll see if she's going to be a fever. MJ Lover says, what up, though, again? What happened? You got off? Summer says, no. Y'all, sorry about these technical difficulties. I don't like the way this thing pops up. I'm definitely going to have to work on this next show. RC says, Summer is what I hope happens anyway. Citron to the fever. But whose spot is she taking? Or is she coming off the bench if she goes to the fever? Country says Jewell will be Chicago Sky starting wing. We'll see, Country. I mean, we'll see. We're going to remember that. We'll see what happens. Miss D is in the house. Hey, J Spot. What is going on, Miss D? Tim T8 is here. Tim T says, I would really like to see the Times interview with Clark. I need context to evaluate the response from Clark. Is there a video with this interview? I don't know because I didn't read the interview. I just got sent the little excerpts from it. I have the link. I don't know. Let me look at the link. Somebody did send me the link today, but I didn't look at it. I don't know if there's a video associated with it. Let me see. Oh, no. That's not even a link. I don't know, Summer, you're in here. Is there a link? I mean, is there a video associated with this? Or is it just, it looks like it's just an article from what I can see. Miss D says, Anissa is playing fine, still top 10 pick. Miss D has spoken. She said Nisa's fine. Groovy says these new fans don't understand CeCe and Angel against each when Angel was at Maryland. Yeah, I mean, before CeCe and Angel were going against each other before that. I think she said in high school, but they also in what is it called? What's the league that like the young kids play in? Is it called UA? AUU or something like that? AU or something. I think it's AUU because I get it confused with Athletes Unlimited. AAU. It might be called that. But she says they've been playing since then. Man, since then. RC says, J-Spot, K. Martin to the Valkyries hurt me for about 5 minutes or so. Then light bulb went off in my head. This is a premium opportunity for Kate Martin to go and evolve more as a pro with Golden State Valkyries. Yeah, I wasn't surprised, but I was a little surprised that they would take Kate, but they had leaked that already. So we had already known before the draft started that they were going to go and take Kate. But I also think that's dope. She's going with a coach that she knows is not like anything foreign. Natalie knows her, has coached her. She's going to a great facility. She's going so far, to what seems like a very good ownership group and very good partners with the Golden State Warriors. They seem very supportive. So I think she's going to a really good environment. So, I'm looking forward to her growth as she continues with the WNBA. Miss D says, do she want to play at home? Anissa has gone to a couple of Chicago Sky games. So I think it'd be dope for her to come home. I think it'd be really cool. Summer says Anissa would definitely be top 5 pick. Summer also says, we'll see, RC. MJ Lover says, for the record, leave my Loyd alone. Where do you want Jewell going? Where do you want her going, MJ? RC says, I got to find out how young Phoebus is. Is she like 25, 26? Hey, Google. MJ Lover says, Angel was already a boss before they played Iowa. Way before. Let them know. Let them know, MJ. Miss D says, CC waited too long to admit her white privilege. She should have checked her crazy fan base or stands. Yeah, I feel like it kind of got out of hand a long time ago. But I also feel like she has a team of people around her, and I'm not saying she can't speak up because of her team, but I really feel like sometimes when you're young, or you don't even got to be young, but when you have people around you, you trust them and you think that they know the best way to handle things. And so you listen to them because there's so many people there, and they talk to you, they talk to your family, they convince you that, to do this or that. And I truly feel like her team or somebody on her team said, don't say anything. It'll blow over. It's not a big deal. You don't want to get yourself involved in that. And then she just let it go too long to where, like, I don't know if she understood the magnitude of stuff that was coming at Angel for the past 2.5 years, about to be 3 years. And then now when she started in the W, the things that Dejanay is getting, the things that Diamond was getting, the things that Asia is getting, the things that Kennedy is getting, and then Angel again on top of that. I think it just snowballed, and I think she finally saw that, and either her team was like, you know what, we made a mistake, you do need to like speak out on it, or maybe she said, no, I'm not listening to y'all anymore, I need to really say this and this. I don't know, but they made a pivot, and I'm happy that she did it. But yeah, I wish it would have been done a long time ago, because it was definitely needed. Now, I don't know if it would have stopped a lot of it, but I don't know if it would have snowballed the way that it has. MJ Lover says, just because the new fans didn't know about Angel doesn't mean she wasn't a boss already. Facts, facts, facts. Oh, I called you Jeremy. I'm sorry, Jonathan. I didn't mean to. I think I was looking at Jeremy's name and I saw yours. My bad. I'm so sorry. Summer says it's only a 34-minute reading article for whoever was asking about it. Here's Jeremy. Sorry, that was Jonathan, not me. I'm sorry, guys. So sorry. Blame my glasses, and in this new program I'm trying to work at the same time. AAU, thank you, country. AAU, y'all telling me AAU, thank you. MJ Lover says, I salute Clark for being candid about the privilege in the air. The more you get out in front of it, the more people can come together and have adult conversations. That part. RC says, Utah is coming for that top 25 entry soon as a team in the lower tier of the top 25 gets to slipping. Utah is at 8-2 with an in-season coaching change, and Gianna Nipkins has been balling. Summer says, I had to read that Nat was one of the reasons why Kate got drafted to the Aces. Oh, really? So it was only going to happen that she was going to take her to the Valks. RC says, it doesn't matter what Caitlin says. Her psycho fans are going to be psycho fans no matter what. JSpot, one Iowa CC fan said that me giving Kennedy credit during the season was just too much. I let him go. Yeah, some people. It's kind of hard to. I try to have faith to say like this article is going to change things, but honestly, I saw a bunch of people. Under some comments saying like Angel would never do something like that. Look how she's speaking out. Angel has never said anything like that. What are Angel Reese fans going to do now that she's spoken out? And I'm like, how ass backwards is that? Because Angel and her fans have been getting the like I said, the bad end of the stick, the short end of the stick for such a long time for something that she didn't even, all she did was celebrate. Yeah, she might have taunted her, but even Cece said it wasn't that big a deal. Like she didn't even see it as her being taunted. She wasn't paying attention. They lost. So whatever that other team wants to do, if they're celebrating, then they're going to do it and celebrate. It wasn't that big a deal. And they made it this big thing. So a lot of those people in those comments are still very, very, very much delusional. Summer says, okay, but that LSU OT win against Stanford. We're going to get into that as soon as I get through these comments. I just made it to one slide. Y'all been talking. I appreciate it. Also, while y'all are in here, if you're watching me on YouTube, give me the thumbs up. Also, I'm trying to get to 5K. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and give me that sub as well. If you're on Twitch, give me that sub. I think I have like 2 or 4 follower or subscribers on Twitch, but I do stream every week on Twitch as well. If you're on Twitch, what's going on? But thank y'all. Thank y'all to the ones that do show up every week and watch me live. I appreciate y'all. RC says, my brain works for me, not for a potential racist Iowa fan who has a personal grudge against Kennedy for her, what is that, lit CC moment with CC? What's that meant? Lit? I don't know if that's a typo or not. RC also says, okay, there we go. RC says, I meant for her little CC moment. That's what I was trying to say there at the end. Okay. Jeremy. Okay, this is Jeremy. Her teammates are also getting that backlash. They talk about benching Aaliyah Boston early in her season. Her fans are not really fans, just want her to represent their racism. Yep. I agree. Her teammates also got a lot of it as well. Help my good sis out. Are you talking about me? I'm trying. Missy says, Angel did to Cece what Cece did to Aaliyah. What's that? What did Cece do to Aaliyah? Are we talking about in college? What do you mean? The you can't see me? Cece did that to Aaliyah. Is that what you're saying? Onyx, sit down. Sit. Jonathan. See, I got it right this time. RC took the words right out of my mouth because I was going to say that the Clark fans are still going to harass Angel and the other players, whether she speaks out or not. The championship taunt. Okay. But also we know, even though somebody said that she was not doing that to Louisville, that she was doing it, she was calling a player saying something to one of her coaches or something. She did that while playing Louisville. And the thing is, no one cares. I don't care who she did it to. I don't care who did it to her. People celebrate the way that they celebrate. The thing is, can you keep that same energy? Like, if you can dish it, can you take it? And as far as I know, she's never said that she couldn't take it. She never said anything. It's her fans who think you can't touch her, or quote unquote fans, the media. You can't touch her. You can't play defense hard on her. You can't bump her on mistake, or you can't mistakenly poke her in the eye. She says, I get poked in the eye all the time. Like, I play basketball. That was not the first nor is the last time I'm going to get poked in the eye. And she did not appreciate the fact that that reporter asked Dejanay that in a way to say that Dejanay did it on purpose. She was like, I never even thought, that never even crossed my mind. Do you know how many times I've been poked in the eye? Didn't even think anything about it. No one does that on purpose. We're playing basketball. So, it's stuff like that. It's just people, for whatever reason, pick up on that and they just run with it. Okay, what did I lose my spot? MJ says, as long as Clark doesn't condone the nonsense of new fans and culture vultures, that will keep her clear of nonsense. Ooh, my chest hurts. Jeremy said to Missy, that was Raven Johnson. Well, she didn't do this to Raven Johnson. She did this to Raven Johnson. She didn't want to guard that. I watched that game. Man, she was like, I ain't guarding her. Where's the Raven got the ball. Cece was looking over here. She's walking over here, not even looking at what Raven is doing with that ball. So disrespectful. 1000% disrespectful. Nobody bat an eye. Nobody said anything. Nobody said anything about sportsmanship. Nobody said anything about that's not cool. Nobody said anything about disrespect. Nobody cared. Because it's just part of basketball. Some people are more cocky on the floor than others. Caitlin felt like Raven was not going to take that shot, and Raven didn't. And she waved her off. Now, that next season, nobody was sagging off of Raven. Raven was shooting. Raven was doing great. And then Raven studied and became one of the best, if not the best defenders on Caitlin Clark in college, period. The way she stuck to that girl, she said she watched all the film. She watched that game over again. She knew the moves she was going to make. She watched it so much, she became like obsessed with it. She had to stop herself from watching it because she was studying that and her so much that when it came time to where they had to play each other, and I want to say Bree Hall was on Caitlin in the beginning, and Caitlin was cooking her a little bit. And Raven said, "Coach, put me in, coach. Put me in, please. Put me in. Let me guard Caitlin. I promise you." And she did the thing. She got 2 steals, I think, off Caitlin. Stopped her from scoring as much. Now, Caitlin did score 30, but that wasn't on Raven Johnson. That was on some of the other players that guarded CeCe before Raven got on her. But she significantly lowered her shooting ability and her being able to move around there. So I ain't mean to get on that tangent, but I was so proud of Raven Johnson last season. Now this season, she's struggling a little bit again offensively. I need the old Raven back. But she had a great game this last game. She hit 3 threes, which she's been struggling. I think she's like 20% from 3. Last game she was 50%, so she's working on it. RC says to Jonathan, to me, Caitlin is an iconic baller, but it's a lot of Caucasian elite hoopers out there. It really is. I don't know what makes CeCe so much better than gold and silver. She good though. And this is coming from Caitlin Clark, like super fan there. So I'm going to take what RC says. MJ says, now the other thing, stop bad-mouthing Unrivaled new fans. Under Armour is now on board back in the league. It's not going anywhere. That's weird. Yeah, the whole talking bad about Unrivaled is very weird behavior to me. I don't understand it. It is a very brand new league. And for me, I think they're doing great to not even have played a game yet. They've gotten sponsors. They got investors. They got a TV deal. They're getting this deal with Under Armour, even without having played a game. Sold out of tickets in 5 minutes. Yeah, they're in a smaller arena. That's something that they're going to work on. I'm sure they're going to build up to that. Whether you're anticipating it or not, it's money. It's like them trying to make sure they can cover all their tracks. I'm not going to, down them for that. But without having played one game, even without knowing it's 2 players they still had to name, they still sold out of all their tickets in like 5-10 minutes, where I couldn't even get a ticket. I was on the site. I couldn't get a ticket. But they're doing great. So the hate or the criticism for Under Armour, I don't understand. MJ says, that's the thing with Clark. She is not the one asking for rule changes or saying she's being bullied. It's the new fans and the Clarkies. Yeah. I agree with that. I don't put a lot on CeCe. Now she's an adult. She's a young woman. And I think her awareness is now there. I felt like before she was very much like, oh, I don't pay attention. I'm not on the internet. I didn't know that was happening. I don't look at that. And I think that was irresponsible. of her to do, because you have to know if your name is being used to harass somebody every single day for over a year and a half to 2 years. You should be aware of that, and you should stand up against that. But on the other side of that, she can't do. It's not a whole lot you can do with that other than speak out and hope people listen. But the effort definitely should have been there or should be there. But I don't put all the blame on her at all. Summer says, I just want peace. Yes, we just want peace. And unfortunately, her fan base doesn't offer a lot of that. But again, I hope this article does what it needs to do. MJ Lover says, the new fans don't realize the W has been rough since season 1 of the W. It hasn't changed much within dozens of generational talent that has been coming through. I'm just saying. Jonathan says to RC, I realized that there were talented Caucasian hoopers and none of them are getting the respect and attention like CeCe. In fact, Paige is the only white girl getting that Angel Reese hate. Yeah, she's getting a lot of hate, and I think a lot of it is because she's such an ally. Yep, it was Bree and Raven. Yeah. Breezy was trying to hang and it just wasn't. It's very hard. It's very hard to guard someone that can shoot from the distance that CeCe can shoot from. So you gotta face guard her. You gotta be like right up on her, and you gotta make sure she's not making the move she needs to make. She's not getting through, getting the screen she needs to get. Like Raven did perfect. Raven did perfect on her. Marcus says CeCe lives rent free in Raven's head to this day. I don't think she cares about her right now. I think she didn't. The thing with Raven, she talked about it. She went into a very bad depression after that because people used her as a meme when CeCe was waving her off, used her as a meme, talked about her on the internet, drug her, laughed at her, made fun of her, all that other stuff. She thought about not coming back to basketball, not just because of the CeCe thing, but she just felt like she wasn't performing like she needed to. And that was just like adding on to that. So she latched on to turning that situation into something positive. And not only was it positive, it led them to winning the national championship. And she was a very, very big part of them winning that championship because she held their leading scorer. Not to say that CeCe didn't score a lot. She did score 30, like I said, but it contained her enough to where the other people that needed to participate wasn't participating. Like she had CeCe. She's like, I got her. Y'all worry about everything else. This is what I got. So living rent free in her head. I think that season before she was living rent free. Once she got that ring and they beat Iowa, I don't think she's thought one single thing about CeCe since then. Moses says Raven made Caitlin look silly. It was beautiful. MJ Lover says, for the record, you already know why some new fans don't like Paige. Let's not pretend like we don't know. This is part of the problem. First level thinking. RC says, sometimes for my Hawkeyes, damn, we act like we ain't never have no legendary type of players before. These fans treat her like she's Caitlin of Nazareth. Again, I'm a huge fan, Jay, but wild at times. Yes, RC has been a fan of Iowa. He said way before CeCe got there, right? So you know of all the people that came before her. Miss D says Raven seems tight because she might come out in the draft. She's worried about her position. Something's going on. I don't know. I'm not sure what it is. She's not playing like herself. I know she can play better than she's been playing. I do want her to get out of her rut of whatever's going on, but I don't think coming out and going into the draft should be her focus. Like I just want her to play well, have fun, play free like she's been doing. And I think it'll all happen for her in the way that it needs to happen. If that's what she's worried about, trying to come out of the W. She gets another season. I think she should take it if she doesn't improve. Like just use that time to, get better and get out of whatever that rut is. Pow Pow, on the other hand, Powell said, this is my last season, and I worked my butt off in the off season, and I'm getting my draft stock up. So she's been working, which we're going to get into too. Sorry, y'all. I got MJ says to Miss D, nah, Raven stan. She loves being treated like a queen at South Carolina and other places they go. Jonathan says, Unrivaled hasn't started yet and already getting criticized for no reason. Thanks to the CC fans. Marcus says, Ravens second round at best. You can book it. Nah, she's not coming out. I don't think she's coming out this season. If she's second round, I don't want her coming out. I think she has some more things to work on. Whatever it is, I think she was good last season. I'm not sure what happened this season, but we're still semi-early into the season. We got a lot of basketball to play. We don't know if she's going to turn the corner. But Raven Johnson, let me tell you something about Raven Johnson. She may not be scoring the way we want her to or the way she wants to, but Raven Johnson can run some offense. Raven Johnson is a floor general, and she is captain of the seatbelt gang. So before last season, her, Malaysia, and who else was it? I want to say Tess Johnson or Bree or somebody. They were part of the seat. They had their own little move, seatbelt game, before Dejanay did her Zorro seatbelt thing, which is so cool. Raven Johnson is the leader of the seatbelt gang, and she is super good on defense. Dawn Staley just talked about her when Chloe Kitts had one of the best games she's had so far. Coach Staley gave that credit not only to Chloe, but she gave it to Raven, because she said Raven made all those calls. Raven is the one who made the calls to get Chloe the ball. Raven's the one that ran the offense to get people in position to make sure Chloe was in the right position. Raven made those calls. I didn't make a single call. I didn't say nothing. Raven was the one running that floor. She's the one that set up her teammate. She's the one that got us in the position to win the game. So Raven is great as a floor general, as a true point guard, as someone who can run a team, run offense, and also lead on defense. She's great. So just because she's not shooting her shot the way she used to, or that we might need her to at times, all the other stuff she's great at. So she doesn't have to be a scoring point guard. Like, point guard is the extension of the coach on the floor. We need that more than anything. Or I would think teams need that more than anything, especially when you got a bunch of shooters on your team. So I think Raven is more valuable than you give her credit for. RC says, not too many of us call it like it is, right down the middle. The internet is full of Caitlin Clark groupies who elevate her above all former and current players. Missy says, it's these new fans that try to cause division between women, and for the most part, they all really like and respect each other. Yep. Moses says, I don't think Raven's lack of scoring should hamper her draft status. She has so many other great pro-ready assets. Thank you, Moses. That's exactly what I just said. If Raven's offense was better, yes, she should go first round. I already explained what I think about that. Jonathan says, I want to watch basketball in peace, so please, CC stands, leave Unrivaled alone. Focus on your favorite player. Right? Jeremy says, even though, enough with these racist imbeciles. Jay, did you watch Texas versus Notre Dame last week? I did, and we're going to get to it. Y'all, like I said, y'all been talking in here. I ain't even got past the next slide. And this thing goes so slow. I'm trying to get through everybody's comments, but it goes so slow loading up. So I'm just going to run through these comments. Jeremy, that was a great game. MJ Lover says, CC lives in Raven's head, or Raven lives in CC's head. Raven is the champion out of the two, last I checked. Missy says Raven has 2 championships and 2 division rings. MJ says Raven got 2 rings, SEC tournament and the Natty. Political Lil is in the house. What's going on? Political says not after Raven went on the revenge tour and made sure CC left college ringless, and after CC was cooking Raven took the defensive assignment and shut that faucet off. Jonathan says, it's kind of crazy. I love Angel Reese, but you don't see me and her fans elevating her or praising her like she's our Lord and Savior. It's embarrassing how they praise Caitlyn. Our Summer's laughing at RC because he said CC of Nazareth. Pow Pow is hooping for real. Summer says she'll be easy top 10 pick if she continues to play this way. Missy says Powell is coming to Chicago. Mars was in Florida checking her out. I saw that. He was also at Olivia Miles's game as well. So we don't quite know where they're going, what direction they're going. Summer says she's definitely like coming out this season. It's in 2026, 2 new teams will be coming. That's true. We got Toronto and Portland. London Jones ain't been on spit since we beat South Carolina. I'm beginning to think she's low-key frauding, to be honest, Jay. If Kiki and Lauren don't ball out every night, I feel like we might be upset bait. Jonathan says, I like Pow Pow, number 10 pick. Political says, C. Vivian Stringer, a black coach, took Iowa to his first Final Four and had a very successful career at Iowa. She was the Naismith Coach of the Year in the same year in 1993. There you go, some more Iowa greats. Tiffy and Co. says if Raven comes out this year, it's because Becky told her she's drafting her. I see her going to the Aces second or third round. Ooh, her on the Aces. I like that. Let me do this because we've been stuck on. That's not what I wanted to do. We've been stuck on Jewell for a minute. We're gonna come back to the slide. RC says Summer, but find a lie. No lies detected. Just get some Passion of Christ sandals and Photoshop them on Caitlyn's feet. Okay. London Jones is nice. Kill that noise. Also, maybe Kiki is back as a starter now. That's what Jeremy said. MJ says I'm personally on London watch, waiting for her next 5 game from 3 game. Hasn't happened yet. Potential sports TV second round next year too. Time Tamia Gardner and Tanaya Latson. Political says I think Raven will wind up going to Vegas and becoming point guard 2.0. Oh, if she gets with her favorite, because she said that's her favorite player of all time. If she gets with her favorite player, Chelsea Gray, it's a wrap. It's a whole wrap. Look who's here. Hey, Russell. Russell says Raven was a starter all last year. The seatbelt gang is Lay, Tessa, Fagan, and Watkins. Okay, thank you. Tiffy and Co. says, I kind of want them to give Aces the number 10 pick and Izzy for Kelsey Plum. Wait, let's see that again. I kind of want them to give Aces the number 10 pick and Izzy for Kelsey Plum. We have second pick to use on Aaliyah Nye. She's top 3-point shooter in college. Wait, who? Who is we? The second pick is LA. Is that what you're talking about? Because the number 10 pick, you're talking about Chicago. Chicago gives their number 10 and Izzy to the Aces for Kelsey Plum. We have the number 3 pick. So you're saying take Aaliyah Nye and not take Olivia Miles if we have the opportunity to take her. That's interesting. RC says, I didn't say she can't play. I just said she ain't been doing much since the South Carolina upset. I watch nearly every game. My Bruins play twice, so IB's watching. The great benefactor is here. Russell says, this year's seatbelt game is Lay, Tessa, and Edwards. Oh, Edwards is killing it this season. She's doing great. She's doing great so far. Potential says nobody was taken this year that wasn't a scoring threat in the first round except for JC Sheldon. You got to get a bucket to be first round potential. It depends. To me, it depends on what they want and what they need. If you have a team of scorers, a floor general that you are lacking is something you're going to go after. So I don't know. I ain't no head analyst on stuff like that. I'll take your word for it. But I'm just saying we can't discount Raven. I wouldn't discount Raven. MJ says, crazy how everyone wants Raven to be this 15 to 20 point a game score, even with 2 natties under her belt. Evidently something is working. Right. Potential says, is this StreamYard you're using because this layout I've never seen before and the chat highlight is different? No, it's a new program I'm using. EV Mux, I think is what it's called. A friend of mine suggested it. It works similar to StreamYard, but it's a lot more options and a lot more things you can customize. This is my first time using it, so I'm just new to like getting everything to work the way that I want. StreamYard is more simple because they give you the options that you have, but on here you have all those options, but you can also customize different things. There's so many different kind of plugins you can use. So right now, I kind of like the layout and stuff, but it's some stuff that I want to change. Like this, the way that these comments pop up, I don't like. It's too slow. I need to figure out how to fix it. Louie is in the house. What's up, Louie? Spoiled Brad is here. Hey. Tiffy and Co says, I don't think Chicago needs to draft twice in the first round. They should draft Olivia and give LA number 10 for Ray Burrell. I heard that before. Or draft Sonia and give Connecticut number 10 for Ty Harris. Let's ring chase. Ty Harris. I ain't mad at that. But does Ty, are you saying Ty Harris, what does she play? What position? Because if we have Kennedy, do we need Ty Harris? I don't know what position she plays. Jonathan says, Raven Johnson got 4 state championships in high school, 2 NCAA championships. She should get all the amount of attention as Caitlin, even more, but we live in times where we praise losers. Oh my God. Jonathan, let me tell y'all something. Jonathan be, when he is making a point, he makes a point. RC says JC Sheldon was scoring in college, though. She was balling. Political says people think this hero worship of white athletes and devaluation of black athletes is something new in sports. I assure you is not. It is not. This has been going on since Jack Johnson in the early 1900s. Facts. Missy says that loss only woke up the lion in South Carolina. Right. Tiffy says we as in Chicago got a second round pick to use on Aaliyah Nye. Chicago doesn't have a second round pick, not the number 2 pick. Okay, sorry. Now I get you. A second round pick to use on Aaliyah Nye. Okay, I say draft Olivia Nye at 3. You mean Olivia Miles at 3? Get a 6'1" sniper, Aaliyah Nye, in second round and give the number 10 and Izzy to aces for KP. Okay, I like where you're going. Aaliyah Nye, who does she play for? Because I remember that name. She was lighting one of my teams up last season. She plays for a team in red. Am I right about that? Who was that she was lighting up? Because I watched LSU, South Carolina, and Notre Dame. I can't remember who she was playing. But I remember that name, and I remember she was lighting us up. I don't remember which team it was, but she's good. I like her. RC says, Missy, I ain't trying to see y'all again, but if it happens, it just happens. Teddy says, what's up, cutie? Hi, Teddy. Thank you for calling me cute. I appreciate it. Jonathan says, I don't know. I kind of want the Aces weekend for a bit. Not you want my team weakened. Wait a minute. Chicago needs all the strength that they could get to be a legit playoff contender, and drafting Miles and Pow would do the trick. I don't know if we would get Miles and Pow. I don't know if they would keep both of them. We need more vets. Unless they just, they could keep both of them and have a vet point guard. I don't know. I love both players, so I ain't mad. Both of them are parts of teams that I love. But we're not going to weaken the Aces. No, we're not doing that. Potential says, I use EB Mux and I put it down. Haven't checked it again. Yeah, I've been hearing about it and my friend uses it, so I was just trying something new. Missy says, honestly, I'm glad we don't have you again, at least for now. Potential says, I like the way the comments flip up because it's different than what I'm used to. Cool. I'm glad you like the aesthetics. That's the name I was looking for earlier, the word aesthetics. I like the different aesthetics that I can put on here, but I'm still working through it. MJ Lover said, USC and Fresno State game is a snoozer. What's happening? Who's winning? Missy says, I like Ty Harris. I like that about Ty Harris. Ty Harris plays point guard. Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. I'm with that. Country says she's a point guard. Yep. I can dig that. Tiffy says, I think the less rookies, the better. If they're going for a veteran guard, they should take KP or Ty Harris. Both can flex as point guard or shooting guard. And they don't have drama like Jewell Loyd. I like that. I ain't got nothing bad to say about that. Oops. Ty is a point guard. Okay. Eagles Brothers in the house. Happy Tuesday. Hey, Eagles Brothers. Or brother, sorry. Spoiled Breast says, did y'all read the new CC Magazine article? It might give better insight. Spoiled Brat, we were just talking about that earlier in the stream. Pretty much just said that we appreciate that she said that. Hopefully some of the media and her crazy fans will calm down and stop acting like she's made of porcelain, or she is, what did RC say? Caitlin of Nazareth, that they understand she's human and she doesn't need to be on the pedestal that they're putting her on. Like, she's great in her own right, but like, they need to relax. So we'll see what happens. Alabama. That's right. Thank you, Moses. RC says, is Flage draft eligible this year? I'm curious. Also, Lauren Betts is draft eligible, I believe. However, I think she will come back and play her final year with her younger sister, Sienna Betts. Flage is draft eligible. She was kind of teasing if she was going to say she was going or not earlier, like a couple weeks ago. I think it all depends on how play goes the rest of this year. I think she really wants to try to get another championship. So I don't know if she's necessarily thinking about draft or anything right now, but I do think if she comes out and she's playing the way she's been playing, she's going to be number 2 and she will be going to LA. Plays for Bama. Thank you. Groovy says, you see that Unrivaled signed a uniform deal with Under Armour. Yep. I think we talked about that earlier too. Tiffy says, Aaliyah Nye plays for Alabama. She gave LSU the works last year. She's the truth from 3 and had big foe flying around. Yep, that's what it was. I knew it was one of my teams. I couldn't remember, but I was like, can this girl go sit down? Like, goodness. I'm tired of her. Tired of her scoring. USC is up by 25. Okay. Missy says, Ty Harris is South Carolina alum. She'll be great as our vet. I knew who she was. I just didn't remember what position she played. Snoozer, imagine me trying to find clips of Brenda Maxwell doing something highlight worthy and she spot like she tied Jerome or James Jones. Yeah, Brenda Maxwell can shoot, right? They might bring her back. I'm not really sure what they're going to do with her yet. MJ says, all I know is conference play is right around the corner. The only team that isn't going to be must-watch TV during the conference play is UConn. Why? Why is UConn not much watch TV? Tiffy say, shoot, give me number 10 to Atlanta and take Tina Charles. Ooh, or Cheyenne Parker. Chicago needs someone to come off that number 10 pick for a vet. Send Dana, Diamond, Izzy, and Bree Turner packing. Chicago need a new team in 2025. I agree with that. Jeremy says, I think the Aces will have an effect not keeping Kate Martin. What hurt the Aces last season was a lack of bench compared to 2022 and 2023. Unless they have a good offseason, will not be good. So They didn't really have a bench last season either. They had Candace on the bench. They had lost Raquana Williams. They weren't doing. Becky was not really rotating. I mean, you would get AC off the bench. She barely played Sid, barely played KB. George would get some time. Elena Coates, I don't know if she ever saw the floor, like maybe garbage time, but she didn't play her much. Who else am I missing? I think that was it. They didn't have a deep bench. What hurt them this season is they really needed to have someone as a backup for Asia, and they just didn't have that, even though they had the addition of Tip Hayes, which helped them offensively because they were dealing with so many people with injuries and just things like Chelsea Gray was coming back from injury. KP was dealing with personal problems. We now know that Jackie had some kind of injury during the Olympics that was undisclosed. KB was injured and then she never really played that much. So Meg wasn't super effective. We needed somebody else to like help Asia. Even though Asia was playing MVP type of basketball, the team still needed someone else in the post to help defensively, help offensively, be some kind of threat, because unfortunately when Kia was in the game, the defense did not look at her. So they were able to double Asia or triple Asia or get anybody else and just leave Kia by themselves. So it was really much they're playing 5-on-4 basketball. They were sagging off of Kia worse than CC sagged off of Raven. So they really needed another big, I felt. Spoiled Brat says, well, Mulkey thinks Flage is coming back. Yeah, she probably knows she is. I don't know. Jonathan says that Unrivaled basketball is nice looking. Oh, I love that basketball. I like it. JSpot, I just saw a title of someone's live stream. Title said, did Caitlyn just go full Paige Beckers mode? I don't know why, but that title just cracked me all the way up. Yeah. I knew some people were going to be upset about it. They're going to call her woke. They're going to say they got to her. They're going to say she's more concerned about what black people think about her than anything. Like she's going to get it. Like some people are going to come for her. MJ say UConn schedule and conference is terrible. Oh, okay. Moses says because the Big East is weak, it'll be like a cakewalk for UConn during conference play. Okay. Missy says, what happened to AZ? Did she get hurt again, or did she get hurt again? I don't know, but I saw AZ's was it AZ? No, that was KK. KK's mom was on the internet. I don't know what happened to AZ. Oh, MJ says AZ hurt her knee, but will be back this season. Okay. Jonathan says if Juju passes Caitlyn for most games with 30-plus points, she's going to definitely get the Angel Reese hate. I agree. Missy says, is she going to play for Notre Dame this week? Louie has a thinky face about what? Tiffy says, Nye defense is better than Brandon Maxwell, in my opinion. Nye get like 2.8 steals a game. Imagine Nye, a 6'1" sniper and perimeter defender next to Angel and Camila. Add Olivia, and that's a championship team. Okay. I like that. I don't know. Did I show that? There you go. Jeremy says, the Aces kept bringing players in and out. So many draft picks like Deasia Fair that could have been an extra score off the bench. They did pick up Jessica Carter, but cut her 2 weeks later. Yeah, I don't know what was going on over there. It was a revolving door of players. Eagles brother says, I need to know how Time Magazine came to that inclusion for what they decided on rather than picking someone that broke the league scoring record, MVP, and led their country to a gold medal. You know why, Eagles brothers. Come on. You know why. That's still very much alive and well. MJ says, I'll be back. I got to make some chili cheese nachos. Okay. Not chili cheese nachos. Country says, internet says Fudd will take a week off. Okay. Tiffy says, I trust Becky to do her big one. If KP goes to Golden State, she's snatching up Anissa Morrow at 5. Anissa next to Asia going to be scary. Ooh. Because she's a floater like Rakia and rebound like Angel. Tiffy, I never even thought about that. I never even considered Anissa going to the Aces, but I don't think they can get. I don't think she can get Anissa at 5. Aces don't have a first round pick, and they don't need to trade for KP because KP is a free agent. So she can just decide to go to Golden State. She doesn't have to be traded to Golden State. So I don't know how we can do that, but oof. Anissa playing next to Asia Wilson, that thought never crossed my mind. And oh my God, that's a game changer. That right there is a game changer. I don't know how possible that is. But now you got my brain going because that's dangerous. I like that a lot. Spoiled Brat says AZ sprained her knee. Hey, Key. Key is in the house. Hey, JSpot. Happy Tuesday. Hi, Key. Thanks for joining us. I really appreciate it. Missy says playing through teams is what? Hold on. My dog needs to get outside. Okay, sorry. Missy says playing tough teams is only going to help South Carolina for playoffs. Some of these ranked teams playing bad schedules is going to give them trouble later on because they won't be ready for tough teams. RC says AZ Fudd might drop to the second round due to injury. I could definitely be wrong, though. Spoiled Brat says, Nye is not 6'1". Mike Jank, real one checking in. Oh, sorry. Real one checking in. Go Irish. Yes, go Irish. Ooh. My backcourt girls, they killing it. They killing it this season. Missy says, I'm not sure who would want AZ. She's so injury prone. Moses says, Flage and Kalia have a twin little brother named Trap City Taro or Trap City Taro. He's a rapper from Chicago. They shared resemblances insane. The shared resemblance is insane. Okay. I didn't even know that. Potential Sports says, I got it finally. I was thinking who was a comp for what Brenna Maxwell does. Rebound sometimes, play average defense, and shoot great with the catch and shoot. She James Jones. Jeremy says, I want AZ to take her time before February. Paige is playing well. Ice Brandy is playing well. Sarah Strong. We have the future. UConn is all right. We'll be ready to play in March. Spoiled Brat says, wait, the Aces can't have first round pick. I don't think they get one. I think it's still part of that punishment they got. I don't think they have a first round pick this season. Plus, yeah, I think it's something they lost it or something. I don't remember exactly what. If I'm wrong, y'all let me know. Eagles brother says, I know J-Spot still had to be said. Moses says, you have a point, Spoiled Brat. I thought their draft picks were taken away. Alyssa says, punishment from the Hamby investigation, lost 2 years of draft picks. So I was right. Okay. Tiffy says, Becky is going to core KP for sure. That's going to be a sign and trade for a lottery pick. Trust. Okay. Becky is in her bag right now. She would get first round pick if KP wants to leave. Same with Seattle and Jewell Loyd. Okay, Tiffy is coming with some like you've been thinking this through. I like it. I'll see. We'll see. I didn't know. I didn't even think about a sign and trade. If this stuff comes true, Tiffy, I need to make sure you're around when this comes true so I can give you your props. Missy says Notre Dame is going to take advantage of AZ on the bench. Jeremy says if that happens, we'll probably have Morrow playing the 3 while Asia stays as the 4 and Kitley as the 5. Yep. Tiffy says Hidalgo and Olivia running circles around UConn on Tuesday, but AZ just needs some milk. She's still a sniper and very popular. Potential Sports TV says to Tiffany, you mean Aaliyah Nye? I see the value. She gets more steals, but the shooting percentages are very similar. And Brenna was 2% higher for a college career and 42% currently. Alyssa says, Aces may not be able to trade for a pick this draft either. Oh. Jonathan says, Morrow with the Aces with Asia? That could be scary. Yep. Potential Sports says, you play ball. You look like she hooped for Auburn back in the day. What? Spoiled Brat says, I'm going to the UConn game on the 21st versus USC, so I'm hoping AZ is going to play. Okay, that should be a good game. That should be a really good game. Jonathan says, definitely need to put some kryptonite in the Aces players' drinks. Speaking of games, I will be going to LSU versus Texas here in Austin on, when is the game? February 16th. Very excited to be going to that game. I can't wait to go and cheer on LSU. I'm also trying to get tickets to when South Carolina comes here and plays Texas. So very excited. But this LSU game, me and Summer, we're going to act a fool. We're going to act a whole fool. Spoiled Brat says Asia and Nice would be good because Asia says she don't like to rebound. She says she don't. And she also says she don't like to run. Let Asia tell it. She don't like to do nothing, but she's the best player in the world. It's crazy. Like, you don't like to do nothing, but the way you do it is so amazing. Crazy work. Tiffy says, yeah, Nye is basically Brenna, who plays defense. She's 6 foot and 6'1" with them shoes on. Plus, she's tougher from the SEC. She's a no-brainer, in my opinion. Missy says, I wonder if Marsha's planning to trade one of our picks for KP. Not the number 3. Not the number 3. Summer says, oh, it's up. Are you talking about Nice and Asia? Tiffy says, no, I didn't play D1 ball, but I'm a women's basketball truther. I'm a GM on the low. Tiffy, stay on. I want you to come by the show every week. Come by the show every week. Give your tidbits, give your knowledge, give your predictions, because you're on to something. I knew that was going to perk up Summer. Ooh, Asia Nice. Jeremy says the Aces should pick up Celeste Taylor. Oh, I'm always down for making my teams. Give my teams the people. Chicago and the Aces. Give us the people. Let me see. Spoiled Brat says they got South Carolina and Texas and LSU and UConn for the Final Four. Ooh. Interesting. Jonathan says, let me know when you and Summer go to the game so I can meet with y'all. You going to be at the game too, Jonathan? That's going to be so much fun. All right. Let me get back to the slides. We did one slide. It has been an hour and a half. But I appreciate y'all in the comments. Y'all keep the show going. I do appreciate y'all. By the way, I think it says 52 people. The number is not on the same place on this thing. If y'all like what y'all are watching, give me the thumbs up. If y'all are not subscribed, subscribe to the JSpotNetwork. We have fun over here. I'm actually doing a giveaway for my 1K subscribers. I'm still working on how I'm going to do it. This is why I'm using this program now, because I wanted to use this program to do the giveaway, but they have a special giveaway like app or something on here that's going to make it easier for me to do it. So I'm working on that. Don't worry, but I'm going to put all the people, as many people as I can remember that show up to the lives, that comment on my videos, that comment and talk to me online, that just support the show. Try to get as many as y'all names in there as possible. And then I'm going to draw 2 names and we're going to have 2 winners for the 1K giveaway. But let's get back into my slides. The next thing is Toronto gave us a name for their team. It's called Toronto Tempo. It was leaked. It was leaked because the WNBA posted it before they announced it. What do y'all think about Toronto Tempo and also this logo? This isn't the particular logo that I saw. They have a few versions of it, but this overall, it reminds me of New Balance. I don't know. It's similar to New Balance, but also someone pointed out it's similar to the Indiana Pacers logo. So what do y'all think? Okay, Moses, that's how you feel? What do y'all think about the name? Moses says dumb name. Potential Sports TV says is donkey. The other word for donkey. Okay, y'all don't. Missy says dumb name and ugly uniform. Oh my gosh. Moses says the logo is cool though. Okay. Moses says he likes the logo. Miss D says Toronto Tempo sounds like Ford Tempo. Man, I'm getting stuffed up. It's dropped. The temperature is dropping outside. We have a freeze warning here. It was 80 degrees the other day, 82 degrees. And right now it's supposed to get down to like 30, 37 or something tonight. But the temperature changing is causing me to be stuffed up. So I'm sorry that I sound stuffed up, guys. Especially if you just listen and don't watch. So my bad. Miss D said Toronto, this sounds like Ford Tempo. Where did the rest go? Oh, MJ Lover says, yo. Alyssa says, I like the name and colors. Okay. Alyssa likes it. Potential Sports TV says, it might grow on me. Matter of fact, nah, no Diddy. Oh my God, not the no Diddy. Tiffy says Toronto too pretty of a city minus Drake. For this Photoshop type logo, where's the budget? It looks rushed, right? It looks very rushed to me. Hold on, y'all. I gotta blow my nose. So sorry. I'm back. Miss D says, what's another dinosaur name for the Toronto Rap? What's another dinosaur name like the Toronto Raptors? I don't know. The Triceratops, pterodactyl, T-Rex. I don't know my dinosaurs. Country says, NBC says that tempo means the same in English and French. Yeah, I think I did hear that. It doesn't roll off the tongue great for me. It's not my favorite, but again, it might grow on me just like Potential Sports TV was saying. All right, so the consensus is y'all don't like it. Oh, I thought that was it. Hold on. Yeah, the name could work with, and the colors are cool, but that logo donkey. MJ Lover says, I forgot to put the bacon bits on the chili cheese nachos. Oh my God, go do that. Spoiled Breast says, I thought their colors was maroon. It is. I think that's just the color of this Which, hold on. Why is it doing that? Scoot this over. This picture is bigger than, we're going to do it like that. It's going to look a little different. Oh, put me up front. All right. Hold on. Where are the comments? Their colors are maroon. I think it's maroon and white or something like that. MJ Lover says bacon, bacon, bacon. Miss D says, yeah, the weather changes mess with you, especially if you have allergies. Yeah, I have very bad allergies, and any change in the temperature, just like my sinuses are just like clogged right up. I feel the cool air coming from the window that's across from me. This is a very small room my studio is in. So I'm like, the air, if I turn the heat on, though, I'm going to be burning up. So I'm just going to have to deal with this for a minute. Spoiled Brat says, why did they choose Canada? I don't know why they chose Canada, but I remember their first game they had with the LA versus, was it Seattle they did in Canada this past season. They did very well, and they sold the game out. So I think that was kind of a tester to see if they really wanted to pull the trigger and go for Canada. And I think that helped, and that's why they chose them. Tiffy and Co says, I like the colors, though. It's too close to Unrivaled colors, so I will not be getting merch from them. What do you mean? Unrivaled's regular colors are like blue and white or something. Or are you talking about your individual team that you like? Moses says T-Rex. Alyssa says they sold out W games in Toronto and Edmonton in 15 minutes with sellout crowds. MJ Lover says Tempo is a perfect name for when they moved them out of Canada land. Jonathan says Toronto Sabertooth Tigers. Okay. The Toronto Vinsanity, Vince Carter as a Raptor dunking would have been a better name and logo. Oh my gosh. Jonathan says they were lazy with this team name, just like the NBA with the All-Star game. Nope, wait a minute. There you go, Jonathan. Sorry. MJ Lover says, I have no allergies and I have a stomach like a goat, which means no lactose issues. Well, I'm also can't have dairy as well. So I got everything going on over here. Country says Canada has a huge women's basketball fan base. Miss D says, I wish you had ironclad stomach. I wish you had an ironclad stomach, MJ Lover. Moses says the Seattle Kraken, NHL's latest expansion team, is a dumb name, but I'm used to it now. I always thought the Pelicans was not a good name for a team, and NBA, the New Orleans Pelicans. That's a dumb name to me, but I mean, it is what it is. Missy says, where are your baby boys? Well, one of them is over here asleep. The other one, I don't think he's feeling well. He just got up and left, and he's probably laying on the living room floor because he didn't want to be in here with me. So I'm going to let him do what he wants to do. Tiffy says, if Connecticut's Sun moved to Boston, will they change the name? I don't want to see no more green jerseys. I hope Boston Sun. Will they change the name? I guess they probably would change the name. That's very well possible that they might change their name. I don't want it to be green either. Jeremy says the name sounds like an European rugby team. Miss D says, I got you. Uh-oh. I didn't mean uh-oh, but that y'all talking to each other. Eagles Brother says, well, if I can get used to the names as the Clippers and Pacers, I'm sure I can get used to Tempo. Yep, we ain't got no choice. He says, I don't care what the reasoning is. I still want to have a word with whoever came up with this name for the Toronto team. I definitely think it could have been a better name, but it is what it is, I guess, at this point. Jonathan says, or Toronto Mastodons. I don't even know what that is. Alyssa says, I wonder if Nurse, Amahir, and Aaliyah Edwards can play for Toronto at some point, their home team. I'm sure they will want to. I mean, I remember seeing Kia Nurse when LA played Seattle in Canada, and how the crowd was going so crazy for her. I think it'd be dope if one or some of them can play for Toronto. I can see LA going to Canada and playing for Toronto team because she's not getting any play in Atlanta. And I can see Nurse wanting to leave LA and go there. I mean, I don't know about Aaliyah. I don't want to say she loves it in Washington, but I think she's more needed on her team than the other two necessarily. Like Nurse has more pull to say, I want to go somewhere else. LA just doesn't get her just play at all. Like they don't play her at all there, but also they changed over coaches, so that might change. But Aaliyah Edwards was definitely in the rotation. But they, you never know. All three of them might end up there. Key says, tell the dogs I said, hi, puppy. He just came in here, looked at me, and walked away. Onyx, come here. Come here. I don't know what he's doing. I think Rebel definitely is going deaf. I don't know. I think Onyx is just ignoring me. But I'll let him know you said hi. Moses says, I agree, Jay. Pelicans is a terrible name. Charlotte Bobcats, too. Oh, yeah. The Bobcats. Forget about that. MJ Lover says, they may be the Cleveland Tempo in a few years. I'm just saying. SC Bread is in the house. Hey, J Spot. What's going on, SC Bread? Country says they could have come up with a name reflective of Canada. MJ Lover says they ain't changing the name now. They done spent millions on branding and the merch. Yep. Tiffy says, when I see the Tempo logo, I see Unrivaled. It's giving plagiarism to me. The logo from the Pacers, the color from Fee and Stewie. Okay. Jeremy says the Comets, the Shock, the Silver Stars, the Sting are all out of the league with great names. Now we introduce the Tempo. MJ Lover says, I'm here would be the obvious choice for sure, but Nurse and Edwards like it in the States. Oh, okay. Jonathan says Mastodon is a prehistoric elephant with huge tusks. Toronto Mastodons. Go, Mastodons, go. Go, Mastodons, go. No, I don't really like that. Potential Sports says, hi to Key. Spoiled Brat says, y'all, none of the W names are really good, though. I like LA Sparks. I like the Las Vegas Aces. I like that. New York Liberty. I like that. I like the Houston Comets when they were there. Chicago Sky. I kind of get, but yeah, that's a little out there. Mercury makes sense. I guess the ones that were there from the very beginning, that's just what the names are. So they are what they are. I can't imagine it being anything else. It wasn't anything that I didn't like. Charlotte Sting I thought was cool because it matched the Charlotte Hornets. Yeah. I'm trying to think, is there any team that I just don't really like that's current? Connecticut Sun kind of throws me off because they're already an NBA Phoenix Suns with an S. So people always say Connecticut Suns, but it's only Sun. So that's a little off to me. Atlanta Dream, I don't really get that part. I don't really get that. The Dallas Wings, I don't really get Dallas Wings. I mean, I know they have I don't know, what is that, a unicorn or Pegasus or something with the wings, but I don't really get that. Miami Soul, Orlando Miracle and Magic, they did that. That was the play on that. Miami Heat and Miami Soul. I didn't get the soul thing. But anyway, those are just a few that come to mind. My dog's name is Onyx too. Is it? Okay. You probably have a big dog though. Country says there are several really good college players from Canada right now too. Missy says they should have picked Ami here in the draft. She can shoot and plays great defense. Well, when they get there, next year Toronto gets to do their draft. So if she's not protected on a team, she could get drafted to Toronto. My Karen Carrion just turned 13 and is going deaf. Yeah, Rebel is 15. And other than his teeth being bad and he can't hear, everything else is good on him. They just had their checkup. Everybody's good. Onyx's teeth really, really need to be cleaned, but he is old and they don't want to put him under anesthesia to clean his teeth because that's how they clean dogs' teeth. Yes, most people, I don't know if they brush their teeth, their dog's teeth or whatever, but dental care for dogs is very important because if their teeth aren't taken care of, they can get sick, they can get bacteria, they can get heart disease, all from bad teeth. So right now my dogs are good, but Onyx definitely needs his teeth cleaned. So I've been trying to figure out ways around how I can get his teeth cleaned because I don't want him to get a heart disease or anything like that. But yes, I have a 15-year-old and a 14-year-old. Here he is. Onyx, what are you doing? Go sit down. I don't know. He's being weird. He just keeps walking around. Key says, what up, Wody potential? Oh, wait. That's not Wody Mac, right? You just saying, what up, Wody? MJ Lover says, on a side note, the Dallas Mavs NBA Cup court colors are fire. Is that what's on right now? Yeah, I like their courts. I do like their courts. I wonder if the WNBA could do something like that because all they had was the black and white ball, which I do love. I do love that black and white ball that they play with. Moses says, I like tempo better than Mastodons. What was a Tulsa shock? Yeah, you're right. What was a shock? Well, it was Detroit shock. That's why. Wasn't it? Wasn't it Detroit shock first? I think it was Detroit shock first, and shock was like a car shock because Detroit is the motor city. Country says many of the W names reflect the city or climate of the city. Yep. MJ says Seattle Storm equal 4 championships. Yeah. Let them know, MJ. Missy says Chicago Sky sounds dumb. Yeah, what is the Indiana fever? What does that mean? I like the fever, but what is a fever? Yeah, what is the correlation between Indiana and fever? I don't like the Mystics. I like the Mystics. I think that's a cool name. Country says the Sun were named after Native American owned casino. Oh, I mean, I know they're owned by a tribe. But I didn't know that's what it was. Okay. Look at Country coming through with the facts. Thank you. MJ Lover says fever is similar to frenzy or hot. Oh, okay. Tiffy says tempo is a good name. They just need to keep the logo off the merch. Their ad was cute. RC says, I like the Aces name, the Liberty name. I like the Dream name. Fever is cool. I don't know. Names are what they are. Yeah. The Aces is good and the Liberty. Moses says, no, he's small, like 20 pounds. Oh, okay. A lot of people tease me because my dogs are little. They say they expect me to have big dogs. LA Sparks, Las Vegas Aces, Phoenix Mercury, New York Liberty, Houston Comets, Minnesota Lynx are awesome names. RC says names. Hold on, y'all. What are you doing? Hold on. Gotta watch him because I don't know what they be doing unsupervised. He's just walking around. Better names than the Unrivaled team names. Well, they said they wanted to go for a more like soccer club type of thing. Some of the names are a little, I can't really explain why they are what they are. I did not want Angel on Rose. That was the only name that I just really didn't like. It was Rose, but here we are. She's on the team. I should have known she was going to be on that team. WNBA team should have been called Miami Caliente. Spoiled Brat says, what is a lynx? Isn't that like some kind of cat or something? Like not a cat, but like a feline. Not like a lion, but not like a domestic cat. Something like that. A lynx is a cat that needs a haircut. Okay, there we go. MJ got it. Oh, Potential says, yeah, that's me, Wody. I made a channel and I'm uploading content. Okay. Well, let me know that then. Y'all give Potential Sports TV a go look at the channel. Give him a sub. Check out his content. I'm going to have to check it out. I didn't know you were doing that. That's Wody Mac. I had no idea. I'm working on Brenna Maxwell right now. Last one was Nadia Pooch. Did I say that right? Pooch. I'm gonna have to watch that because I wanna learn more about her. SC Bread says, when all WNBA teams was winning these multiple championships, the league didn't have no parity. They got parity now. Bones will help their teeth. Yeah, but their teeth, they can't chew bones anymore. Like literally, last time they got their teeth cleaned, like so many of their teeth fell out because they're just old. Like old dogs are going to lose teeth. They're 15 and 14. So I just need them to get all the plaque off so they don't have bacteria growing and stuff like that. Rebel can't chew anything. I gave him this little dental treat like this. He was trying to chew it and couldn't. It was like that. And I was trying to grab it out of his mouth because it was small enough for him to swallow. And me trying to grab it, he ended up swallowing it. And I thought it was stuck in his throat because he was screaming so loud. I was freaking out, trying to find a emergency vet. Couldn't find one for miles. Finally, I found one. And by that time, whatever it was out of his throat. But I paid a bunch of money just for them to tell me that he was okay. But he can't chew anything anymore. So that's kind of sad. Like I give him ice every once in a while. And he'll gnaw on that. But, ice disappears after a while. Best baseball fever. That's what Alyssa says. Jonathan says, yeah, it was Detroit shock. Spoiled Brat says, USC is beating this team by almost 50. I do not like the blowouts like that. Nathaniel is here. Hey, Nathaniel. Country says, Mohican Sun Arena. Yep. Spoiled Brat says, I hate the WNBA ball. You don't like that one? I like the black and white. I don't know. I do. Indiana is a city that's known for people to be constantly sick. LOL. Just kidding. Spoiled Brat says, who wants to be a mystic? I like the Mystics too. I think that's a cool name. Moses says, me too, Spoiled Brat. Orange and white don't go together. Oh, I thought she was talking about the black and white ball. I like the black and white one. I thought that's what we were talking about. Portland has 30 minutes to pick a good name. It's rainy over there, so they'll need a hook to get a big fan base. Golden State was the best location in my opinion. Missy says, I only remember the Rose team because of Angel. Yeah, it's Rose, Mist, Phantom, Vinyl. What's the other one? It's two more. Rose, Vinyl, Mist. Oh, the Lunar Owls. So it's Rose, Vinyl, Mist, Phantom, Lunar Owls, and Laces. Yeah, the Laces is weird. Basketball laces, go lace. I'm a basketball lace, shoelace. Yeah, that's a little. RC says, I thought it was just me. It's cool and all, but I personally prefer regular color, traditional, standard basketball like this one. I like the WNBA ball and their WNBA cup ball. So that's just me. I think the Unrivaled team names are cute and very creative. Did I put your comment up there? I just wish this wasn't so slow. Spoiled Brat says the Tempo's first pick should be some Canadian players. They deserve to go home. Jonathan says it's a tiger-looking cat. Talking about the lynx. I I'm face first fell out from laughter, Jonathan. Alyssa says, bring back Portland Fire. Portland Fire. That was a cool name. What do they eat? Spoiled Brat wants to know what do Lynx eat? Yeah, the laces, Phantom, laces. You're right, Jonathan. How did you remember all those crazy names? Because I was wanting Angel on every team except for the Roses or Rose or whatever. I wanted her on Phantom. But through watching it so much and like looking at the names and stuff, I just remembered it. By the way, if you guys watch Sess Talk Sports, which I think a lot of you do, Sess and I will be teaming up to cover all things Unrivaled, starting with the very first game, January 17th. We will be doing recaps of the games, reviews, commentary, all that good stuff. We have to work out schedule because I work all day and night. So we have to find time when we can do that, but we will be the place to go for your Unrivaled coverage and conversation. So check us out. ABA ball was nice. MJ says, I had a few friends that work for Portland Fire Management. We also had the Cleveland Rockers. By the way, I always say Cleveland Rockers was a team that my friend was on. She got drafted into the WNBA and played for the Cleveland Rockers. RC says, with a name like Tempo J, they better not play slow, methodical up the court. Country says, or did you mean, what do your dogs eat? Oh, was she asking what do my dogs eat or not the Lynx? They eat, my bad. I didn't understand what you were saying. My dogs have soft food now because they can't chew. So Rebel has to be on a prescription diet because if he has gastrointestinal issues. So he's on a very strict prescription diet. And then Onyx, believe it or not, Onyx is vegan. He cannot eat animal products, but he's a very healthy dog. He gets his protein from plants and everything else. Modern technology and food has grown, and it can be healthy. He gets his protein from pea proteins and plants in that food, but he's a vegan, and he eats a vegan vegetarian diet that I have to. I don't give him wet food, but I crush up his kibble and give him that so he doesn't have to chew it. RC says, when your name is Tempo, you better get up the court like a blur. Okay. Spoiled Brat said, yeah, I was talking about the dogs. My bad. Angels fits the Roses. I don't, people keep saying that, but why, how? Where do y'all get that from? JSpot, did you play ball? I did not play ball. I wanted to so bad, but I was a very sick kid. Obviously, I suffer from allergies, but I also have asthma. And when I was a kid, I wasn't able to control asthma. So if I ever got sick, like literally I was in the hospital. I could not gain weight because I was sick a lot. I grew up in Michigan, so, we dealt with the winter time, and that's usually when basketball season is in. So I couldn't play. The coach said, you got to put on some weight. If you can't be at least this weight, I can't have you on a team, and I couldn't gain the weight, so I never got on there. And then I play, like, now I can't play. My body's out of shape. I can't do it. Knees are bad, everything like that. But when I was in college, I used to play like pickup ball with my guy friends and stuff like that. We would play when we didn't have anything else to do. But I never like officially played basketball, no, because I was too sick. And then by the time I was able to get myself together, it was kind of too late to do anything. Like I grew up I'm a little older than some of y'all, but I grew up and we did not have the WNBA to look forward to. It was now I was in high school when the WNBA when they started talking about it, but it wasn't something like we thought was gonna like by that time you're not gonna go pro if you haven't ever played basketball. So it wasn't something. That's why I'm like, I think it's so cool now. Little kids growing up, the only thing they know, like these little girls growing up, the only thing they know is that they have a league that they can go to, and they don't have to worry about they can go overseas, but that used to be the only dream of women. If you want to play basketball, you're going overseas. There's no professional league here for you at all. And now little girls are growing up knowing they have a league, and now they have 2 or 3 leagues they can play in and not have to go overseas. So I think that's pretty cool. I think if I had a league to go to, I would have took basketball more seriously, and I would have found ways to deal with my like health situations and try to get better to go for that goal. But I love basketball so much. I really do. But yeah, I couldn't play it. Jonathan says, I said I was going to Los Angeles to watch Juju and USC play in person, but I'm being held back due to having a fear of flying. Oh no. Where do you live? Can you drive or take a train? RC says, if I was Caitlin Clark, I wouldn't leave the house unless it was a golf tournament. What? I know she can't even inhale air without someone intercepting it. Oh yeah. SC Brad said, what's the Unrivaled league y'all talking about? Unrivaled? You haven't heard of that? Unrivaled is a professional women's basketball league that was started by Nafisa Collier and Brianna Stewart from New York Liberty. And their claim to fame is that they're starting a league where women can come play professionally and get paid without having to go overseas. They can make some good money. The first round of people that's playing this first year all have equity stake in the company or in the league. So not only are they getting a salary for playing, they're also getting equity in the league. So as popular as it is, they will be getting, dividends from being investors into this or having equity in the league, which is pretty cool because as it grows, their potential earnings could grow with that. But yeah, it's they say that they're paying more, their average pay is more than what they would pay and what they would get in the WNBA. They start at $100,000. That's the lowest amount, which beats the WNBA. And they say they pay more than the highest paid WNBA player, like on average. Like somebody there is getting over probably $400,000 or $500,000 to play for 8 weeks, which is crazy. That's crazy. Or somebody may be getting $300,000. They said an average, so I don't know what that number is, but they're getting paid for 8 weeks of play, more than what some of them will see in a full season of playing with the WNBA. So it's really good potential and good things going on with that league. It's 6 teams. 6 teams. It's 36 players. Right now they only have 34, but 36 players. It's 3-on-3 basketball. It is a full court, but a smaller full court than like regulation court. And there's going to be a 1-on-1 competition as well. They're going to have a playoffs and they're going to have a championship. And yeah, it's going to be good. It starts January 17th and it runs through March. I think March 16th is the last game. And then they let people off, and then it's time for training camp for the WNBA. Spoiled Brad said a vegan dog is crazy. I knew you were going to say that. It's very rare. But the vet, like, we tried everything because he could not gain weight. He kept getting sick. He lost a lot of weight because what he was eating it didn't agree with him. And then she said, it's rare, but your dog might not be able to have animal protein. And lo and behold, when I moved him to the vegan food, he gained weight and he was healthy, and he's been on it for like 6 years now. He's good. Iowa. I keep saying Iowa, RC. RC says, I played basketball in high school through some sickness and hard injuries, and I really kind of sacrificed my body from jump. I thought I did okay for a 5'8", 5'9", chubby little kid. Also, I'm very short, y'all. I was way short in high school. I'm only 5'4" right now, and I was shorter than that like ninth grade when I was trying out for basketball. So yeah, I was short, but I was quick. But I just was sick. I couldn't, even when I was running fast, like my asthma would just take over. So I was no good. MJ Lover says, basketball and video games saved my life, forever indebted to the game. Shantae Michelle is in the house. What up, though? J Spot. MJ Lover says, that's the other thing about haters going after Unrivaled. Fee and Stewie not only are the founders, but the players get profit sharing. Yep. Jonathan says, I live in Houston. I'm not sure if trains can go from Houston to LA. Yeah, I don't know about that. Missy said, did HVL get an Unrivaled spot? I thought I heard that yesterday. HVL, I don't think, to my knowledge, you can't be a college player and be Unrivaled. Now, a lot of people are thinking because they made the announcement about Flage and Paige, meaning they're playing. They're not playing. They are NIL athletes, the first Unrivaled NIL athletes, meaning they are going to be using their name and likeness to promote the league, but they also are they're also getting that profit sharing that all the other players that are starting this season are getting because they are NIL athletes. And then that also means that they they pretty much are guaranteed a spot when they graduate. Well, not when they graduate, but when they are eligible to be professional players, because you have to be a professional player to be in Unrivaled. So HVL is still technically a college student and playing college ball. So until she is on a professional team or until she's done with playing college ball, she can't play in Unrivaled. So she's not going to be in Unrivaled unless you mean like she also got an NIL deal. I didn't hear that, but I can definitely see that. Like, to be honest, HVL just won a medal playing 3-on-3 for the Olympics. So I'm not sure what style of 3-on-3 Unrivaled is playing, but that wouldn't be a bad get to get somebody who is playing, who has played 3-on-3 basketball before and won a medal for the country. So I can definitely see that, them also signing her for next year. Summer says they dropped a commercial on TNT. I saw it on Twitter. Missy says, okay, I don't know what I heard then. Wody Mac, I'm going to start calling you that now that I know that's you. Question, how would you like if you were watching a highlight that put in text on screen the stats that player had in that game? Does it put the highlight in context for you better? Yes. I would like to see the highlights, but it's somewhere throughout the video, whether it's in the beginning or it kind of goes to the end. I would like to see like what their stats are. I think that's a dope idea. Missy says, I thought they were signing her to a deal like Paige. Oh, they could be. I hadn't heard of that, but that makes sense. Wony Mac, even if it's their only shot made or they had a bad shooting night. Yeah, I will put that on there. MJ Lover says, shortstop J Spot. Leave me alone. Good things come in small packages. Shantae says asthmatic too. Yeah. I mean, nowadays it's under control. I know how to control it. I haven't had an asthma attack since 2012, 2011, somewhere around there. That was my last asthma attack. So I've been doing really well with it. So COVID scared the crap out of me because I didn't know how that was going to affect me, but I'm good. Alyssa says only Paige and Flage will play when eligible. Autumn the Aries, my sis is in the house. Hey family, what's going on? Asthma is the worst. Yes, my friend knows that because she has it as well. All right, getting back to these slides. I'm trying this. How am I doing, Autumn? I'm trying this program. Is it working right? Does it seem like I know what I'm doing? I don't know how long you've been in here, but I'm trying to see how to work this. Shantae said, "Oh, you're growing out of your asthma, probably. As old as I am, the asthma should have been gone already. It's still here. I just can control it better." Shantae said, "I was scared through COVID as well." Autumn says it looks good. MJ says, "I had a high school friend that had asthma too, but he had hops. He only played 2 minutes at a time, but he had one of the best dunks of the year. I'm going to try to post it on YouTube." Oh, I want to see that. Shantae says allergies too. MJ Lover says, "I like the slide option. Thank you." Autumn says, "I remember to pop in and see." Yeah. Whenever you get a chance, when this post on YouTube, just scroll through it and see. I mean, I have so much more I want to try, but I'm just doing the little things today. What's up with the top teams games? LSU not being televised. I think because they were playing Grambling. I mean, that's a historically black college and university, and I don't know if it's because they didn't feel like that would be interesting to put on TV, but that would have been nice to see that. MJ Lover says, "You can find my high school games under Garfield High School 1989. You can find my high school games under Garfield High School 1989. Okay. Woo. Let me not say that. that was like a Kevin Hart thing. Woo. You were in high school in 1989? Jonathan says, "For some reason, I thought you were tall. Now I know you're short. I can have you to jump to give me a high five." Oh, hush. I ain't got to jump to give nobody a high five. Try adding Roosevelt too. Okay. Autumn says, "Shantae, it all goes together. Asthma, allergies, eczema." I get that too sometimes. That goes together. I didn't know that. Sometimes I'll get like little patches on my arms or something. I never knew that. BVG is here. Hey, shout out to my HBCUs though. That's right. Where'd you go, BBG? I also went to HBCU. Shout out to PVAMU. Go Panthers. Shantae say, "Yep, I have all three." Wody Max says, "Name me a player from the W that's a sharpshooter, is average on defense and can rebound occasionally and is an average dribbler." Name me a player from the W that's a sharpshooter, is average on defense and can rebound occasionally and is an average dribbler. Chat, y'all gonna have to help him out with that. I can't think of anybody right off the bat that is a sharpshooter but is average on defense. I'm looking for a female comp to what I'm seeing in the W. Moses says, "Y'all are wrong for telling short jokes to Jay." Right? I share some part of my life with y'all, and y'all come and joking about me being short. Alcorn State, swag, baby. All right, swag. We in the house. Alabama A&M, them Bulldogs. Okay. I see my peoples in here. Okay. Shout out. All right. Moving on to the next slide. We're going to get through these slides. I only had like 4 or 5 of them. It's been 2 hours. We about to wrap up. But here is the Valkyries. That's what their jerseys look like right there. Purple and black, or white and I don't know if that's black or purple on there, but that's what the jerseys look like. I want to see those. Boom. Boom. Now people were complaining about the way the front is. You got the logo huge, you got the sponsors there, and then you got the number off to the side. Now some people like that, some people didn't. I don't know what y'all think about what y'all think about that. Then, speaking of the Valkyries, they dropped the roster. If y'all were watching, y'all saw me and Sess kind of live during the draft because I was making food. I didn't realize that the draft was really happening at that time. I thought I had an hour left. I did not, so I rushed. Spoiled brat told me, "Hey, girl, the draft is on," and I'm like, "No, it's coming on." She was like, "No, it's on right now." So I had to run and get on here and be live. But they chose Monique Billings, Veronica Burton, Maria Conde. Let me see if I remember what teams. Monique Billings was from Phoenix, Veronica Burton from Connecticut, Maria Conde from Chicago, Timmy Fagbenle from Indiana, Carla Lette, I think she was from Atlanta. Kate Martin came from Vegas. Ileana Rupert, and I thought it was Rupert. My bad. Ileana Rupert. No, she was from Atlanta, I think. Now Carla, Ileana, Maria, they don't play basketball in the W, so that's why I don't really know them. Or they are playing overseas, but Maria has never played in the W. She got drafted by Chicago, or Chicago has her, and she does not play with them. Stephanie Talbot came from L.A. Kayla Thornton came from New York. Julie Van Lowe came from Washington, and Cecilia Zandalasini came from Minnesota. So who did I leave out? Somebody came from Dallas. Was Carla? Did the Carla person come from Dallas? I'm not sure. And they did not pick anybody from Seattle. So people have been talking about that. Like, wait a minute, that's kind of a little bit shady. Why didn't they pick anybody from? Why didn't they pick anybody from Seattle? They chose not to. So they have 11 on the roster right now. They have tons of cap space. We're not going to see all 11 once we get down to the final roster. I think we're going to see some huge free agents. We're going to see who they take at the number 5 pick. They get number 5 all 3 rounds. So we're going to see who they pick first round, number 5, second round, and third round, and who they decide to keep by the end of training camps. So going to be very interesting. Summer said, I heard they did that for trademark reasons. What do you mean? You talking about the Valkyries? That logo looked like the game Tempest. I've never heard of that. Y'all are mean. That looks a mess. Oh, man. Moses says, whack lineup. Summer says, because people were making early replicas. Oh, okay. MJ Lover says that roster largely means nothing. They will be having some changes for sure. Yeah, we were talking. I think me and Summer were talking. Think they're probably going to keep Timmy for sure. Kate, Julie, Kayla, Zandalasini. Well, now that I look at it, Monique Billings. I think we said, or Summer said, Monique, Veronica, Timmy, Kate Martin. And I think that's all she said. But now that I'm looking at it, I think they're going to keep Zandalasini. I think they're going to keep Van Lowe unless they trade for her. They're going to keep Kate Martin. They're going to keep Timmy. And they're going to keep Monique is who I think. Everybody else might get shuffled around. Or just waived. Here's what Summer said. Monique, Veronica, Timmy, Kate, Julie, Kaylee will be the group. Okay. BBG says, yeah, I'm thinking about half will be there on the roster. Moses says, like I said last week, 2 to 38 record incoming for the Vals. They're going to have a better roster. I'm telling you, this is just the beginning. Free agents will be coming, right? Hey, Emily. Emily says, hey, y'all. Wody says, my first video was Carla Letty. She's from Dallas. Okay. And what I found, she's cold. She actually might be the one. Okay. Carla's from France. She's 20. She was playing in FIBA U20 and right now in EuroLeague about 14 points a game. Okay, Wody with the info. Alyssa says, I'd rather have the purple jersey. I like the number on the side because of the triangle logo. Okay. Billings is what Shantae says. Sorry, Seattle. They got a lot going on right now. Jeremy says, what it looks like is they're going to draft a superstar. Love the Billings, Thornton, Kate Martin, and Xander Lassini picks. In the draft, I think Lauren Betts or Kiki will be the pick. But they have number 5. You think Kiki's going to drop to number 5? Marty says Maria Conde is killing it in the EuroLeague too. She was the MVP for November in the EuroLeague. Okay. Jonathan says Juju don't look like she played well tonight. 6 for 16 from the field, but she got some nice defensive stats to make up for it. SC Bread said, haven't seen too many players in the WNBA play like the intensity of Georgia Bulldogs. Great. Katrina McLean. I wish she was in the league. Jonathan says, I wish Kennedy Smith comes back ASAP because Juju has been struggling since she's been hurt. Waldy Max says, Eliana Rupert is leading EuroLeague as combined efficiency, meaning rebounds, blocks, steals, and made shots. Shantae says, Kayla and Kate, and that's it. Alyssa says, Carla from Dallas, Conde was EuroLeague MVP for November. Summer says, I didn't realize Monique Billings is 6'4". Neither did I. Missy says, I don't like that group as a final roster. And they won't be. They won't be the final group. Wody says, Ileana Rupert has shooting ability at 6'4". She's actually can hit the catch and shoot besides the 0-4 she did in the Olympics gold medal game. Alyssa says, pick 5, 17, and 30. Oh, okay. I thought they said they're picking 5 each round. Missy says, why do they grab those international players who never come over? I don't know. I don't know if it's for trade value. I don't know if I'm not really sure. I don't have an answer for that. Shantae says the stash picks. Alyssa says because they'll have their rights and not use on actual roster spots unless they decide to come play. So that means they can have them if they decided that they wanted to come over and play. But if they decide they don't want to come play, they can still, I guess, potentially have them there to play if they needed it, but they don't take a roster spot from somebody else. That don't make a lot of sense to me, though, because either you playing or you not. So why am I holding on to your contract? I don't know. I don't really get that. Jeremy says, yes, I think Kiki might drop, or maybe not. They will pick Lauren Betts and build a franchise around her. Ouch. It's better to build around a dominant big. If Lauren Betts comes out. SC Bread says, don't the Valkyries have picked a player off WNBA teams as much as they did? Huh? Say that again, SC Bread. Jonathan says Kiki Ariafin may go back up to 2. She balled out against Fresno State. Yes, JSpot. It still don't make sense to me. Stash picks, they do that in NBA too. Well, only time will tell. Only time will tell. Let's see what else I got. And then I just wanted to go over these before we get out of here, because I'm not going to be on here for no 3 hours. Before we get out of here, just a few results. So LSU played Grambling 100-54. Another blowout. I believe this is the game where my girl niece had 26 and 16, if I'm not mistaken, was her stats. Flage had 20. Michaela MK had 16. Everybody scored. Everybody scored except for Monty. Monty didn't score that other game. Everybody had scored. Monty was in the game. She missed, I think, both her free throws. She had an opportunity to get some points, but that didn't work. And then this time she didn't get it either. But the only players in double digits that game was Anissa, Flage, and Michaela. And then I don't know if y'all remember. Now, I don't know if y'all remember, but they had a nail biter against Stafford. And people were walking out of the arena because they thought it was over. But LSU said, hold on 1 minute. Actually, it was KG that said, hold on. Michaela Williams and Kaylin Gilbert said, hold my, I don't know if they drink beer, hold my apple juice. Because we about to take over this game single-handedly. And that they did. Michaela had 32 points. Flage had 21 points, but she fouled out at the end. This game did go into overtime. They fought back. It was like back and forth for a minute during the fourth quarter. They fought back, took it to overtime, and then took the game over. Nisa had 8 points. Kaylin Gilbert had 25 points. So the three people that were in double digits, Flage, Michaela Williams, and Kayla Gilbert, who literally between her and Michaela took over the game. Starting in the second quarter, Michaela's threes started falling. She was feeling it, and then throughout the game, they just kept chipping away. Although Stafford stayed there and was close and even had the lead, LSU never backed down. They didn't give up, and when that overtime came, it was a wrap. So shout out to LSU because they actually did really great that game. Moses says ADR even scored. Yeah, she did. She definitely, everybody scored except for Monty. Let me see. Let's see. Moses says Stafford LSU game was a classic and a testament to never give up. Yep. It was good. Miss D says Stafford choked it away. Sad, but LSU showed heart. Yep. It was a good game. Because I was sitting there there was one shot I think Nice missed. Because she had hit some big shots to keep them in the game. And her defense was crazy. Anissa Morrow's defense, she wasn't letting nobody get no rebounds. She was helping them. But it was a shot or two that she missed down the stretch. And I was like, oh no, they're about to lose this game. But nope. They managed to stick in there. Flage's defense at the very end before overtime. I was very proud of them. Jeremy says this is similar to 2023 season when LSU was undefeated for the first 2 months until going on the road against South Carolina. That season, they won it all. They can win the SEC this year. It's going to be very interesting. I will say that. I can't wait until that tournament comes around. Then we have, speaking of South Carolina, Gamecocks beat TCU 85-52. And I don't have much to say, but did y'all see Pow Pow cross HVL over with a behind the back cross? Most people take the ball, cross you in front. No. Pow Pow said, I'm going this way with the ball. No, I'm going to go behind the back, cross you over, and just... She was over here, HBL way over there somewhere. Oh, my God. I said, Pow Pow. Now, wait a minute. You weren't doing that last season. Pow Pow wasn't doing this stuff last season at all. She can score. Now, she would hit some threes. I'm not saying she was a scrub, but she wasn't doing the stuff she's doing now. That was not happening. Man, I said, Pow Pow, what in the world? Where did that come from? Girl, she's been working. She's been working hard. So shout out to Pow Pow. But TCU, they ain't had nothing. They ain't had nothing for South Carolina. Neither did Duke. South Carolina played Duke, TCU, two top 10 opponents, and and watched them both, although Duke was a little bit closer than TCU. Man. And we can't forget the dunk. That's what I got on the front page of my video. The dunk. They took that ball from Ashlyn. I think she got blocked. And the ball was going the other way. It got poked away and it got right into Ashlyn Watkins' hands. Sedona is trying to run down there. I don't know what she thought she was going to do. Ashlyn had all the space and opportunity. And sis hit that dunk like it was nobody's business. Dunked that ball and kept it kept it moving. Haley Van Lith was the only person on that team that was in double figures. She had 21. But South Carolina, everybody scored except for Miriam and Adele, even though both of them were in the game. But everybody else scored. Malaysia led everybody with 20 points. My girl, Big Time Tess, 10 points. Pow Pow had 11. Raven had 11, shooting three threes from 3-point line. She hit 3 of 6. She had her some field goals in there as well. Got her some rebounds. Like I was very happy that shots were falling for Raven. It's much deserved. That girl really does work her butt off, and whatever it is that's happening that is causing her not to be. Usually she scores a little bit more than she's been scoring. She understands she's been in a slump, but I'm so proud of her. But yeah, TCU ain't had nothing for South Carolina. Missy says, Lady Gamecocks destroyed TCU. I feel bad for HBL. Moses says HBL got juked and outplayed multiple times by multiple players that game. Summer says Stafford was a great win for LSU. You can't sleep on a team like LSU. No lead is safe. Missy says LSU is too good of a team to not play more ranked teams. I think they only played NC State and they're playing a mess. Yeah, NC State is not playing great. Jay hanging in the what? Hanging in there? Is that what you're saying? Texas two-step? We about to get out of here if that's what you're saying. I know it's been a long stream. This comment thing is taking too long. That's what's been holding things up. But we've been having some good conversation. RC says Haley Van Lith offensively sparkled, but defensively couldn't hang. Missy says Duke was only closer because we kept the bench on the court much longer than usual. Eagles brother says my niece high school coach had them on film that SC game against TCU for how to play quality defense. Jeremy says I cannot watch South Carolina versus Texas. I want to see them against Booker. I cannot wait to watch South Carolina versus Texas. I want to see them against Booker, Rory, and more. This is the first matchup since 2020 between Dawn and Schaefer. Okay. Jonathan says, I had a dream that Angel dunked from the free throw line like Michael Jordan. Nice dream. That's a nice dream. SC Brad said, y'all don't coach. Wait a minute. Y'all don't coach when LSU women's basketball rolled the ball up the court. That cost them the game. Stanford should have pressured the inbound and pressed the ball. All right. RC says 6'6" Sedona got royally exposed. I guess we know who's better now between 6'7" Betts and 6'6" Sedona. I guess so. RC says, say what? But yeah, the Duke game, let me see. Is this the other game where every single person scored this game? I didn't see Adele. Adele didn't play. Everybody who played scored. This is the game. Chloe Kids had 21 points. Pow Pow had 11. Fagan had 11. Raven had 5. Joyce Edwards had 8. Manny McDaniel. Manny McDaniel, how to forget about her? Maddie McDaniel is that spot. Like, she is a great backup to Raven. now that Raven and Pow Pow are playing together, like not that they weren't playing before, but Don would sometimes kind of switch them off and let, Pow Pow run the point a little bit, and then Raven run it a little bit. Now that Maddie McDaniel, she is running the point when Raven is not, and they're using Pow Pow more as the 2 guard, even though sometimes Pow Pow will run the point, but most of the time she's the 2 guard. But man, Maddie McDaniel is impressive. Like she's as impressive to me as Gilbert is on LSU. Also, I like Shepherd. I like Shepherd as well on LSU. I like all the new people on my teams. They're doing very well. The posts on both teams definitely need to step up. They have some room to grow. They need to work on that because they are literally filling some huge shoes in the form of losing Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso on both of these teams. So, Chloe is trying, Ashlyn is coming back. Fagan is working on it. We need ADR to get the Mack truck back. We need Samaya Smith was doing well, but she's kind of not. They haven't really been focusing on her much. I don't know what happened there. Barger, Jersey, she's getting there. So I mean, the bigs are going to have to step up big time. We have a little time left, but I need on both sides. They need to work on it. JSpot, don't write off Duke yet. I ain't write them off. I just say they get beat. Moses says, I love Maddie too. She's smooth. Jeremy says, Jay, has Michaela arrived as second option to Flau'jae for LSU in crunch time? Oh, yeah. Michaela can also be crunch time. She was in a little slump, but yeah. Michaela's that girl. What she say last game? I am her. I am her, she said. Teams don't know how to handle Maddie. She's like, Maddie's, I love watching her. RC says, JSpot, I was bit salty initially because I thought my Iowa Hawkeyes played well enough to beat Tennessee, but ultimately I gave Tennessee credit for the win. How is Iowa doing? What's their record? Jonathan says, yo, Maddie McDaniel is a dog. RC says, Tennessee press forced 30 turnovers from Iowa. Oof. And that's unacceptable for us. We can't have that happening. You're right about that. That post of MK has 4.4 million views. Yeah, she went off. She deserves that. She deserves all those views. MK12 is her. Iowa lost to Tennessee. Yeah, that's what RC was saying. Then we cannot forget, I think it's last but not least, we got my other girls. We got my Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Their last game, they played Syracuse. They won 93-62. And when I tell y'all, this backcourt of Olivia Miles, Hannah Hidalgo, Sonia Citron is dangerous. Now, they did lose those 2 games. But since those 2 games, they have been really playing well. They were playing well before. But, man, what game was I watching when when Hannah did that? She fell to the floor going after the basketball. Olivia was running the floor. She got the ball, threw it behind her head blindly. Olivia Miles gets it and does the layup. I don't know what game that was. I can't remember, but OMG, the way I call Summer or send her a voice note, screaming, screaming in the phone. Because I said, did you see that? What is going on over there? They are just having their way, and I love it. Like, Hannah Hidalgo has been balling crazy. Like, I don't even know. Like, I can't. Like, the girl she's great. Like, I don't, she has some less than desired thoughts and beliefs on my part. I don't really get with that. But as a basketball player, the girl is undeniable. She is better than she was last season, if you can believe that. Amazing. So let me see what game was that? Was it Texas? It was Texas. It was Texas. Man, first, well, let's look at Syracuse real quick. Then I'm going to go to Texas. But, oh, man. I forgot that was them. Sonia Citron. Now, this game against Syracuse, they not only blew them out, but Sonia, Hannah, and Olivia all had double-doubles. Sonia had 25 points, 11 rebounds. Hannah had 24 points, 10 rebounds. Olivia had 20 points, 10 rebounds. Not to mention Olivia had eight assists. She almost could have had a triple-double. Hannah usually gets more steals than I think she got 2. Usually she gets as many steals as Hannah gets assists. We can't forget about Koval. Kate Koval, freshman center. She had 12 points. Leah Tu King, I like her game. She's from Pitt. She's our transfer. But they've only been playing with 7 to 8 players. Yesterday, they had more players available. The day that they played Texas, I think, they only had 6 players available. Crazy work. Crazy work. Texas, when they played Texas. Now, this was an overtime game as well. This was the same night that LSU had their overtime game. Again, Texas and Notre Dame back and forth. It's crazy. We think Notre Dame is catching up, or not catching up, but getting the lead. They had some unbelievable shots at the end. There was a questionable foul call at the end of that game, which sent, I think, Rory Harmon to the free throw line. She hits both her free throws. That takes us into overtime. But overtime hits. Texas only scored 2 points, and Notre Dame scored everything else, and that was game. But, man, that was such a good freaking game. Such a good freaking game. People sleep on Notre Dame. I'm telling y'all, even with 6 to 7 people playing, we're good. Texas. Now, Madison Booker, it was at one point, Madison Booker and Hannah Hidalgo was going bar for bar, like back and forth. And then you throw in Rory Harmon in there a little bit. And then don't forget, Shay Holly was hitting them with threes left and right. Like, what? Y'all don't even hit threes like that. What are you doing? It was a little scary because they were playing like that's not what we scouted. But Notre Dame, Hannah, they 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was it, 6. Hannah had 30. Olivia and Sonia both had 18. Leah Tu had 10. Kate Koval had 4, and Cassandra Prosper. Oh no, I lost my necklace. I knew I was gonna do that. Where? I hope I didn't. Well, I didn't go anywhere today. Did I? Sorry, y'all. It just hit me that I lost my necklace. Cassandra did not play, or she didn't score in the game, but everybody else did out of the 6 players. They beat Texas in the way that they beat them with only 5 people scoring. Crazy work. Crazy work. RC says they're 8-1. Okay, that's not bad. Missy says Sess is right. Daughter needs glasses. Y'all talking about Miriam like that. Summer says triple threat. Talking about Notre Dame. Charles says, yes, the new player is really showing up. The last game, they went guard heavy. The bigs is coming. Time is coming. It's early yet, like Moki said. UConn versus Notre Dame is this Thursday. Oh, yes. Oh, and I'm off that day too. Definitely going to be seated for that. Summer, get ready for the voice notes. RC says, get up in our dribblers' faces and the heat might make us throw it away. SC Brett says, LSU, Michaela Williams can only shoot when teams don't defend on her. I don't know about that one. Jonathan says that was against Syracuse. Okay. That behind the, you talking about that behind the back was on Syracuse? That wasn't on Texas? I think that was Texas. RC says Olivia Miles of game. Summer says the sophomores were showing up and showing out. Yep. RC says Hannah Hidalgo just can't be stopped. She like a little fire truck. Texas or Syracuse. B. Will says Olivia almost had a triple-double. Yep. Jeremy says the win versus Texas and USC was big. Coach Ivy is amazing, but Gino, Page, and Cole beat them. What? You want UConn to beat Notre Dame? I think it's going to be a really good game. I know last year, UConn lost against Notre Dame. Hannah was all over the place. Now we have Olivia Miles and Sonia's playing the way she's playing. Now we did have Maddie and Sonia. I don't know if we have Sonia was back. We had Sonia, but we also had Maddie. Maddie's hurt right now. I don't think we're getting her until sometime next year, like in 2025, when I think right before the tournament starts, they said. But I think we got another chance to beat them. B. Will says, yeah, that wasn't a foul. Jeremy says the win versus Texas. I think we already said that. Summer says, huh? Did you watch the Stanford game? Jeremy says, Jay, no one sleeps on Notre Dame. People sleep on Notre Dame. They may not be sleeping this season, but they've been sleeping on my girls. Summer says MK was shooting the lights out with defenders on her all night. RC says, remember, I told you I was going to expand the 3 teams to root for, and it was going to be either Notre Dame or Utah, but I decided to just keep rooting for Iowa and UCLA, plus those my all-time favorites forever. Okay. SC Bread says maybe Texas was overrated. I don't know. Brian says, I'm ready for SEC play. Same here, Brian. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a minute. Thanks for showing up. RC says, no shade or nothing, but I was excited for Gianna in Utah when they beat your Notre Dame, though Gianna's been through a lot last season, missing 90% of it due to injury. Okay. Summer says MK was OG Mello taking defenders with one-step shot all night. They couldn't handle her all game. SC Bread says, I know Texas Rory Harmon is overrated. You think everybody's overrated, SC Bread. Who's not overrated? Summer says this is in fact a lie. B. Will says Texas. Moses says MK is streaky. She has a couple world beater games and then goes missing the next 2 games. No hate, but she's inconsistent. Charles says wrong. MK wasn't freshman of the year without being able to play through. Summer says, no one is going to play every game perfect. Y'all got to be realistic. Jeremy says, I'm a UConn fan. Absolutely. I want them to beat Notre Dame. It's a rivalry game, but I definitely acknowledge that Notre Dame is a threat. They were last season. It's going to be good. Brian says, the Lady Vols look to be back this season. They turned the ball over too much, though. Summer says, and MK was playing the 4. Let him know, Summer. RC says the Tennessee Vols back and Kim Caldwell is very amazing coach. Summer says, let me chill. Keep on, Jay. Okay. She said, let me chill. All right, y'all. Look, we have made it. Look at that. We have made it to the end. 2 hours, almost 3 hours of chatting with y'all. I appreciate all the time y'all spend here on the JSpot Network on JSpot Live. My hair looks green because of the back. I just noticed that. The background of my green screen makes it look like I have green hair. It's like I'm part of the Wiz, or the, what is it called? Not the Wiz. What's that movie that's out right now? Wicked. Wicked. I'm part of Wicked. RC says, JSpot, what freshman has caught your eye this year, if any? I mean, I like my freshman. I had no idea who Koval was. I didn't know what she can do. She's been amazing so far. Maddie McDaniel. I mean, I heard about Joyce Edwards and I knew about her, but like to see her play, like she was a little iffy in the very, very beginning, but each game you could see her getting better. Just getting better. Also, who's that girl from Michigan? Is she a freshman? Swartz. I think she's a freshman. Crazy work. Crazy work, that girl. I'm trying to think who else is a freshman that I'm digging. I think that might be about it. No. Is that it? That's the only thing that comes to mind right now. I can't really think of anybody else right off the bat. But I mean, the chat is talking, so the chat may have some other people. Moses says, thanks, I had fun. The near 3 hours went fast. It did go fast. Summer says, I like Kate Koval. The white girl at Michigan is impressive. I think that's Swartz. Brian says Sarah Strong looks like a different caliber. Yeah, she's a freshman. Tulane's Kendall Sneed. Okay. Silas Swartz of Justice. Yeah, that's her. Maddie is her. She's going to be the best point guard in NCAA in a couple of years. Sarah Strong is playing like a true vet. I haven't seen Sarah play, but I have heard that she's been doing amazing things. So shout out to her. RC says Summer and JSpot. Toby Foreigner. I can't pronounce that. It's coming too. I'm not sure who that is. But Summer knows who that is. Jada Richard. Is she a freshman? Yes, her too. Her too. Yes, Jada. I like her. She's impressive from LSU. That's what Moses says. I like her. Yes, yes, yes. Of course. Of course. All right, y'all. That is it. I appreciate y'all hanging. Wait a minute. I never changed my screen. There we go. I appreciate y'all hanging with me. I really do. Thank y'all for bearing with me as I'm working on this new program and trying to figure out how everything works. Very new to me. It works a little different than what I'm used to. So the flow was a little bit weird, at least for me. There's some things I know I need to tweak that I'm going to work on. But as always, thank y'all for hanging with me. If you have not given me the like, haven't given me the thumbs up, give me that thumbs up. That helps me to stay on the algorithm so other people can see me. And tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Summer, I just got your message. Tell a friend to tell a friend to come see me, come subscribe, come give me the likes, keep in touch. I love when y'all come through and hit up my chat. It makes the time fly because it really did. It doesn't feel like 3 hours. I appreciate y'all. Stay tuned. I will be coming with my 1K celebration giveaway special edition episode really soon. Work has got me crazy. I might end up doing it Thursday. Don't quote me on that, but I might do it Thursday. But as always, keep your eye on my community tab. I'll make sure I post it there when I'm going to do it. I've been looking at the wrong spot this whole time. The camera's right there. But look for my community tab. That'll give you the information. Again, thank y'all so much for joining me and hanging with me. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll talk to y'all later. We made it before 3 hours. Peace out, y'all.